Oh, are they? I got to go to work. Have a good holiday. Well, you heard it. The Platte Valley Company's pregame show getting underway tonight here on KNEB as we settle in for what should be a fun doubleheader to wrap up pre-holiday basketball coverage here at Scottsbluff High School. Twin bill all set to go for tonight with Cheyenne South in girls and boys action. We'll have the girls game first for Scottsbluff, coming off a hard-fought victory last night up the road at Alliance as the Lady Bearcats able to pick up the victory to get back to 500 at 4-4 on the season. 47-45 was that final score. Scottsbluff couple of weekends ago went 0-3 up at Gillette, Wyoming at the RE/MAX Professionals Tournament there at Campbell County and Thunder Basin High Schools. And they played pretty solid basketball but didn't get a win up there in Gillette. They wanted to come back and start to put their foot down to the pedal to the metal, if you will, and start to make some hay back here in the region. A win at Chadron last Friday, a home win in their home opener here last Saturday against Casper and Trona County, and then you knew it was going to be a tough environment last night with a district matchup, basically. They're at Alliance, two old rivals getting together, low-scoring contest. Neither hit 50, 47-45 was the final score. Aubrey Krentz got hot. She had 14 of her team-high 18 points in a red-hot shooting third quarter, then included 3 3-point field goals. They hit 4 triples in that stanza, the other coming from Yada Garcia. She finished with 12 points on the night, was Scottsbluff's other double-digit scorer in that win, 47-45. We'll have more coming up here on the girls' game. The back end of our doubleheader a little bit later on, going to be a key night for the Scottsbluff boys. If you were listening last night or watching here on KNEB.TV, you heard the post game with head coach Scott Golian, and he just wasn't all that pleased with the effort and the intensity, and especially some of the defense that was played by his guys last night. Alliance able to snap that 25-game losing streak on the boys' side to Scottsbluff. Final in that one was 60-50. Mason Heemstra led Alliance with 22. Josiah Diolas had 16 in the win, or in the loss, I should say, for Scottsbluff as they drop back below 500 at 4-5 on the season. Not a spot that the Bearcats are used to being in this time of the season, still an under 500 club. KNEB.TV tonight. Of course, that also means Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500. That's our TV situation for this one. We'll be simulcasting with the radio broadcast here on 960 and 100.3 FM. And, of course, streaming online at kneb.com as well. Sure glad to have you along as we have some Friday night high school basketball coverage. Of course, students around the region all heading to Christmas break here in town at Scottsbluff and Gehring. I think school let out around 11 or 11:30 for both these schools today. So hiatus has arrived for many youngsters around the area. And, hey, teachers deserve that well-deserved break as well this time of season. So hopefully everybody's got some solid holiday plans with friends and family. If you're going to be out traveling, have some safe travels, and always stay weather aware. Could have some changing weather over the next 24 to 48 hours, and we got you covered online for weather conditions anytime at kneb.com. High school basketball ruling the roost here for a Friday evening, getting set for a girls and boys twin bill. Scottsbluff home to take on Cheyenne South. Just about set to check in with Scottsbluff girls head coach David Bolish. We'll get pregame coaches' comments coming up for you right after this here on KNEB.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
For the semester, and then she just now enlisted in the Marines because she figured out that.
Back on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show tonight here on KNEB. We get sent for another big girls and boys high school basketball doubleheader, this time from Scottsbluff High School, with the Lady Cats and the Cats entertaining Cheyenne South. Time for our Scottsbluff screen printing pregame interview with Scottsbluff girls head coach David Bolish. Get with Shane Wilson and his crew over at the Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing, and you'll be in the Zone all season long. Coach, nice, hard-fought win last night. You said on the postgame it'd been a while since you'd won up at Alliance. Throw their winless record out. They played tough. They've got enough talented players. You had to be pleased with getting a road win at Alliance last night.
Exactly. Super pleased with being able to come out of there with one. That place is always tough. Those kids, like I said, are athletic and have unbelievable potential. So we wanted to take them serious. We knew that was a critical game for us as we want to move through the year and try to accomplish what we want to accomplish. So, wasn't as pretty or wasn't as smooth as maybe we would have hoped for, but ultimately the end goal was to go in there and get a win. And that's what we did. We've got kids that, really just in their time in the program, from Twombly, Yada Aubrey, Emma Herman, Kaylin Holton, those juniors and seniors, they've really only seen 13, 14 wins in 3 years. And so just figuring out how to win is a real component. And that's, I was really pleased with how they played the last 3 minutes, because that's ultimately what won the game. We had spurts of greatness in there, just kind of like we always do. Aubrey kind of went on her little, jaunt where she hit, 3 threes in a minute and a half. And we got going in the press in the early on. And, we're going to always kind of have those streaks, but ultimately how they played in the last 3 minutes was they played to win, and they know what it takes to win. And so we want to clean some things up, but happy with the energy and the effort. And ultimately we got a couple bounces and made a couple more shots than they did. How
about how quickly just the tide can turn within a program? I know there's a lot of hard work that goes behind the scenes, dedication from you, from the top. It goes from the top down, willing to put in the time, you and your staff, and then the kids getting on board. But, just in the span of a year, now the expectation is, and we were talking about this a few minutes ago before we got started here with the interview, the expectation is if there's a game to be played, it's time to get a win. And boy, that's been a big shift, a culture change for your program.
I'm really proud of that, and ultimately, I'm really proud of our kids for that, because we've kind of come in, Hattie and I, from the start, and we've said this is where we're going. Hop on board with us, and whether it was Sally, Avery, and Rudy, or Taylor and Devani and Jackie, to T and Mac, and now Yada and Aubrey, and those key components. They've said, okay, we're coming. And, I've got kids that they wear me out in the summer. Can we go do this? Can I come in and get these shots? Can we go do this? Let's go play here. Let's go play there. Well, they're pretty good there. Yeah, let's definitely go play there. I think the kids are excited about it. They're putting in the work. They're putting in the time. But, we played 40 games this summer. And so, and we won 32 of those games. Not that summer means anything, but our kids are wanting to beat anyone they play. And when we were up in Gillette, that was the hardest thing about that, is that we came home 0-3, and we really felt like we played good enough basketball to at least win one game and possibly two, and we were competitive in all three. And so I think that is really the culture change of, instead of winning rarely and on occasion, expecting to be competitive 100% of the time. And if you do more basketball things than they do, and if you control your energy and effort, then we've got an opportunity to win any contest that we play. So, it is a lot of work, but I've got tremendous support, and I've got kids that want to be good.
Last night the challenge was taking on a team that you knew well, that always is going to play better at home than they do on the road, always a tough spot up there, and you kind of grind one out. Tonight, a little bit of the great unknown with the Cheyenne South. I don't remember seeing a Cheyenne South girls or boys basketball team in quite some time. So what's the scouting report on the Lady Bison rolling in here?
What I know about them, what I've seen on film on them, I've seen 4, I think, of their 6 games. And pretty athletic. They like to get up and try to pressure you, and they'll cause havoc. They play a little bit, they try to play a little bit fast. I would say really, really similar style of play to Natrona and Casper, and that's just kind of that Wyoming basketball. Good athletes, strong athletes. Ultimately, we know that we've got to control the tempo. We've got to control and try to. We always talk about keeping the ball on our side of the floor, whether it's on offense or whether we're doing it in our press. If we can keep the ball on our side of the floor and dictate the game, we're going to have success. So I again think that it's a little bit like Natrona. I'm not totally convinced that they have the ball handlers, that they want to deal with pressure all the time throughout the game, and so we're going to try to exploit that a little bit and keep them out of the half-court game. They look big and strong and fast on film.
Wrapping up right now with Scottsbluff girls coach David Balish. We'll get to our key to the game, brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty with every new vehicle from Team Auto. You kind of touched on some of the things you're going to be looking for to combat what they do well. As far as what you guys need to do, is there anything that stands out XO-wise that would help you get a win tonight, Coach?
As we continue to mature and we've put in some different offenses and evolved as a program, I think people used to come in and really just man us up, and they could take us and match up with us really well. And now we have so many matchup problems on the floor. We're getting zoned often because people just don't want to take on Yada one-on-one off the dribble or try to face guard Aubrey, or because when you face guard her, that's when she goes berserk. And we don't really want to get isolated against McKenzie. And we've got young kids that are coming in like Callie Wright and making shots, and Mariah Avila making shots. So we're not really getting matched up. We're getting zoned a lot. And learning how to attack the zone, and learning how to attack the zone together versus independently is, I think, going to be a key step for us. When we move the ball and when we use each other, we're really effective and really dangerous against zone. When we start getting into the one-on-one and it's your turn, my turn, I'll get it next time, you get it this time type of deal, that's not good basketball for us. So we just want to make sure that we don't get lulled into that one-on-one, 2-3 pass possessions.
There you have it from Scottsbluff head coach David Balish, our key to the game. Coach, as always, thanks a lot for the time, and look forward to checking your squad out here again in a few minutes. Best of luck.
Thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show right after this on KNEB.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you. Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Head coach Chad DeBruin. Riley Van Tassel, their top scorer, a 5'9 sophomore, averaging 13 points and 9 rebounds. Callista Martinez, a 5'9 sophomore, averaging 12 and 8. Felicia Sina, 5'8 senior, 8 points and 3 rebounds a game. Jaya Brown, 5'5 sophomore, and then a senior rounding it out, Madison Mirich at 5'10. She's a senior, 2.5 points per game in the score column. Now for the Lady Bearcats. Again, lineups introduced here brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. Yada Garcia, a 5'7 junior, entered the weekend averaging 18, had 12 last night in the 2-point win at Alliance. Aubrey Krentz, a 5'6 junior, averaging 13 per game. She had 18 last night, including a 14-point third quarter. Emma Herman, 6-foot junior, averaging 2 points and 3 rebounds. And Mackenzie Dunkel, a 5'9 senior, at 7 points and 7 rebounds per game for head coach David Bolish. Lady Bearcats enter back at 500 now, 4-4 on the season. That includes 3 of those losses to some really stout competition as far as teams they played up in Gillette at the RE/MAX Professionals, Campbell County and Thunder Basin tournament early in the season 2 weekends ago as they fell to Campbell County, Thunder Basin, and Rapid City Central. Teams that in years past they probably would have lost by 25, 30 points, and they were in each of those games at times in the fourth quarter. Set for opening tip-off, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. As always, love at 425 degrees. Dan Marshall and his staff at Papa Murphy's do a tremendous job. Whistle blows, ball in the air, and we are underway. And it's going to be Cheyenne South controlling the opening tip. They get the basketball to Martinez. There's a tip pass and the first turnover of the night committed by South. Aubrey Krentz. Yada Garcia, Kiera Twombly along 2 on the opening shot. Off the left side of the iron. Knocked around underneath. Offensive rebound goes to Mackenzie Dunkel. Missed shot there for Dunkel. Loose ball on the floor. Whistle and a jump ball will be the call. Possession arrow keeps it with the Lady Bearcats. 47-45 winners last night up at Alliance. Hard-fought contest between old district rivals. And the Scottsbluff girls able to get that road win in a tough environment. Off the screen on the inbounds pass. Krentz left that 3 ball short. Rebounded by Martinez, and here comes Cheyenne South looking to run. They're going to dump it down low to Van Tassel. She lost the basketball on the way up. Out of bounds, turnover number 2. Riley Van Tassel. She's a 5'9 sophomore, averages 13 points and 9 rebounds. Again, the Lady Bison are 5-2 here early this season. They go to some full court pressure. Cross-court look from Twombly to Krentz. Offensive rebound. Emma Herman's stick back would not drop. Rebounded Van Tassel. Outlet pass. That's picked off by Garcia. 3 early turnovers committed by South. Yada Garcia top of the key. 2-3 zone here for South once they settle in defensively in the half court. Still scoreless. 47 seconds in. Opening quarter action tonight here at Scottsbluff High. Twombly, they set up in the box. They'll screen across, try to enter it right underneath the bucket to Mackenzie Dunkel. Batted away, back out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Again, they'll screen across. Oh, she got the defender on her backside. Sealed her off. The bounce pass in from Twombly and an easy layup for Dunkel. First 2 of the game goes to the Lady Bearcats. So both teams with some full court press early on. Van Tassel underneath as South handles the pressure with ease on that trip down the floor. Van Tassel has the first points for Cheyenne South. We're even up at 2. Krentz looks middle. Dunkel cut off. Turns back middle. Can't knock the shot down. Rebounded by Callista Martinez, a sophomore. Van Tassel, a sophomore. Young team and talented. Jumper, left baseline, well short that time for Annie Liggett, a 5'7 junior. Krentz now Twombly near the right corner. Bounce pass to the high post. Yada Garcia, it's swiped away from her, picked up by Twombly. Krentz back to Kiera Twombly, right wing. Krentz up top, left side. Hesitation, now on the dribble penetration off the wing. Yada Garcia. That shot comes up empty. Offensive rebound. It winds up in the hands of Aubrey Krentz, and she knocks down the mid-range jump shot. First 2 points for Krentz, averaging 13 per game, and again last night had 18. A steal in the backcourt. Krentz rains down a three out of the right corner. 5 quickies for Aubrey Krentz, and 4 turnovers already for Cheyenne South. Strength on strength here for both of these teams early. Full court pressure as far as the defense, and looking to push the tempo on the offensive end. On the dribble, Felicia Sena, and a reach-in foul called near mid-court. That'll go against Yada Garcia. First team foul on Scottsbluff. 5 minutes and 39 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 7-2 the lead for the Lady Bearcats early on. Handling the basketball is Jaya Brown. Dribble handoff. It's Martinez. Got a little loose on the dribble. Feeds the corner. Errant 3-ball that time from Sena. Rebound comes off. Grabbed by South. Sena, top of the key. They're going to dial up a straightaway triple. That one would not go for Liggett. And we're going to get a reach-in foul against South as Dunkel had the rebound. This foul called on Callista Martinez. Her first team foul. Or check that, second team foul. And now we've got a early timeout. A 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15 and Mobius 1500, Radio 960 100.3. And you know we're streaming it online at KNEB.com. You know, for more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Learn more. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. Out of that 30-second timeout, a 7-2 lead for Scottsbluff. First quarter action here tonight at Scottsbluff High School is final day of basketball before the 5-day holiday moratorium hits. Krentz, step back triple. That one sails long. So she's missed badly on her 2 misses. She shot 3 though, and the other one a clean make. 33% behind the arc here early on, already 3 3-point attempts. Can they handle the press? South, they've got numbers now. A step through, a little Euro step that time, and a bucket for Jaya Brown. 7-4, Scottsbluff leads by 3 into the front court with the basketball. We'll see Mariah Vila check in here momentarily, the spark plug freshman for Coach David Bolish. Showing basketball and then driving by the defender. Yada Garcia tried to look opposite block. Bounce pass intercepted. First turnover committed by the Lady Bearcats. Liggett. Now Callista Martinez shoots a pass to the right corner. That triple falls for Felicia Sena. And we're even up at 7 apiece here. Opening quarter action. Bounce pass to the high post. Dunkel gives it right back. They feed the wing. Krentz short with the 3. Battling for the offensive rebound was Herman. Krentz trying to track it down and save it before it went out of bounds. Threw it back in along the sideline, then out of bounds. It'll stay or go over to Cheyenne South. Up-tempo pace here for both these clubs early. Tie game at 7, 4:04 to play first quarter. Liggett handles across the timeline. Dribble handoff goes to Callista Martinez. Spins her way into the paint. We're going to get a shooting foul, I believe, on Scottsbluff's Kiera Twombly. Instead, they say Mariah Avila, the freshman. Avila comes in off the bench, 5'3" freshman, averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds. Those stats don't really tell the story with her. Great hustle, great speed. Really kind of fits the bill of this high-pressure, full-court attack. Last night had a couple of 3-pointers. Finished with 6 points. Sena's 3-ball drops. Back-to-back trays for Felicia Sena. And it's a 10-7 lead. All of a sudden, an 8-0 spurt for Cheyenne South. Reach-in foul going to go against South. Defending. And that's on Sena. third team foul. First on Senna. 10-7 the lead for South. Under 4 minutes to play over the midway point of this first quarter. Avila. Man defense from Cheyenne South. Emma Herman on the catch. Knocking the basketball away out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Bison from South High School in Cheyenne. .3:15 to play. Inbounds pass. You get an open look off the right wing, and South doesn't have the scouting report pegged quite yet. You can't give Krentz that type of look. She's got 8 of the 10 for the Lady Cats. We're tied at 10. Nearing 5 minutes played here in the first quarter. They get it middle, now to the sideline. Bounce pass from one side of the floor to the other. Senna finds a back-cutting Liggett underneath Van Tassel, their leading scorer, yet to get in the book, and she walked with it. Now 5 turnovers committed by South. Girls action here first. We'll have the boys game a little bit later on this evening. Avila's out. Dunkel comes back in for David Bolish and the Lady Cats. Coach Bolish's mom and dad watching on KNEB.TV this evening in Gunnison, Colorado. Got to be pretty country there. Everybody happy. All in the family. The Bolish is happy to see Aubrey Krentz knocking down these 3 balls. Another. She's got 3 first quarter threes. Turnover number 6. Out in transition, Yada Garcia. Another bucket for Scottsbluff. Yada's got her first points, and it's a 15-10 lead. Just like that, back-to-back 8-0 runs these teams swapping here in the first quarter. 15-10 the lead for Scottsbluff as they'll reset the pressure here in the full court. Liggett, 5'7" junior guard, averaging 4 points. She'll dribble right, throw over top of what would have been a double team trying to trap her. Slicing right down the teeth of that painted area that time, and a missed opportunity from point-blank range for South. Here comes Scottsbluff. Right side, Krentz, she's going to shoot another. Off the heel of the iron, backside rebound to Emma Herman, finds Twombly underneath. Pass to the right block, lefty finish that time for Mackenzie Dunkel, her second field goal. And Scottsbluff is having a fine start offensively with 17 points already. Now a 10-0 run here as we come up on a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Whistle, jump ball, and possession arrow will give it to Cheyenne South. We'll see Callie right now enter the game for the first time. Yada Garcia gets a breather. Callie Wright, a 5'4" sophomore, averaging 2.5 points a game. She can light it up from behind the arc. Coming off the bench for some instant offense. A between the legs dribble there for Brown. Into the game now for the first time is Madison Mirich, listed as a starter with what I got from their head coach coming off the bench here tonight. Errant long ball, offensive rebound, and they'll move it to the right corner. Mirich and trying to find a cutting Callista Martinez. It winds up turnover number 7. Aubrey Krentz. Pull up, triple top of the key. Clangs off the iron, grabbed by South. Already 7 3-point field goal attempts in the game for Krentz. Off the miss the other way quickly. Autumn Shrove with a layup for South. 17-12. Lead at 5 for Scottsbluff. Twombly. Now Dunkel. They'll swing it to right. Now in the corner, Krentz. Dunkel, right block, goes to work. Fouled on the shot. She'll get 2 at the free throw line. Mackenzie Dunkel averaging 7 points and 7 rebounds. Just a 55% free throw shooter on the season. Off the iron left side on the first. She'll get the second here coming up momentarily. 37 seconds to play in the quarter. Glad to have you listening. KDB 960 100.3, watching on KDB.TV. We archive all of our high school sports broadcasts on our podcast page at KDB.com, brought to you by First State Bank of Scottsbluff and Gearing. 1 of 2 for Dunkel, 5 first quarter points, leads at 6, and South throws it away. Out across the midcourt stripe. Already 8 turnovers, pacing for 32 in the game. That won't win it if you're Cheyenne South. Krentz inbounds to Twombly. Now Dunkel. They run Krentz off a screen. Good job to hop out on her. Underneath. Good pass from Krentz. Lefty layup would not go. Offensive rebound. And Twombly. Another steal. Krentz near the baseline. Little floater with the right hand. Offensive board off that miss. Dunkel gets it to Krentz. Can she find her 4th 3 of the opening quarter? She can. Aubrey Krentz is on one here early. She's got 14 points in the first quarter. 23-point effort for the Scottsbluff girls to start this game tonight. They lead at the end of 1 over Cheyenne South, 23-12 on the West Coast scoreboard.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
KDB.TV coverage, Radio 960 100.3. Chris Cottrell with you from my Logos broadcast location here at Scottsbluff High, Second Deck. Stop into Logos. The guys there will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. No job too big or small for Logos. Downtown Gearing. Start of the second quarter. Scottsbluff girls off to a great start with a 23 spot in the first 8 minutes. Callie Wright handles the basketball, feeds Twombly back to Wright. Now Krentz on the wing. Much more ball pressure on Krentz at the moment. They're going to get her for a double dribble. No, a carry. Got the right hand underneath the ball on the bounce, and that's the second turnover committed by Scottsbluff. They'll stick with the pressure. They throw over the top, South does. They'll bounce pass from mid-paint area to left block, kicked away, out of bounds. It'll stay with Cheyenne South. Felicia Sina will inbound the basketball. Liggett down low. Van Tassel looking for her first points of the game. Too strong. Rebound. Battled for. We got Marich and Dunkel. A jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with South. Inbounds pass. Marich can't score off the glass. Krentz will handle the basketball with Yada Garcia on the bench. Entry pass goes to Dunkel, goes right by the defender, middle of the paint, swoops over to the right block with a right hand finish off the square. Mackenzie Dunkel has 7. Marich, bounce pass underneath, bobbled, fumbled, turnover. 9 turnovers for Cheyenne South already early stages second quarter. Krentz had 14 points in the first stanza. Callie right off the mark with a long ball from the left corner. Rebounded Van Tassel. Liggett, a little too tall on that feed, out of bounds. Already 10 turnovers so far tonight committed by Cheyenne South. A little over a minute and 20 seconds played here in the second quarter. It's Avila on the floor with Callie Wright, Twombly, Krentz, and Dunkel. Whistle, and we're going to get a push and a foul. Autumn Shrove picks up the personal foul. 15 foul whistled against South. 6.5 to play. Krentz to Avila right side. Side pick and roll action. Dunkel wanted the basketball posting up. They had a defender on his switch, and she had a smaller defender on her. Dunkel this time goes right by Van Tassel on a right-hand layup. 9 points for Dunkel. We've got a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. David Bolish wants a full timeout. Will break as well. 6:11 to play in the first half. Lady Bearcats in complete control, 27-12. They lead it on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Back on KBB.TV at 960 100.3. Out of the timeout, Scottsbluff stays in the full court press. They lead by 15. Liggett's pass too tall over the head of Van Tassel and out of bounds. The tempo of this game right now is sort of left Riley Van Tassel not a part of the ball game. She's been caught between the foul lines much of the time with both teams running up and down. 11 turnovers committed by Cheyenne South. Krentz slips the feed to Dunkel on the drive. So they ran the pick and roll. Both defenders hung with Krentz, and you can understand why after 14 points in the first half. But that left a wide open Dunkel rolling to the bucket. Krentz slipped a bounce pass between the two defenders, and McKenzie took some contact, and she'll get 2 shots at the line. That's the second foul called against Felicia Senna. And Mackenzie Dunkel already 3 points over her season average. She has 10. Too strong on the second for Dunkel. Van Tassel the rebound. Dangerous pass. Almost clipped the back or the rim. And now dribbling along the sideline. There was a little bit of a bump. Official near side lets the contact go and got the ball handler stepping on the sideline. 12 turnovers for South. Right side wing, Avila off the screen. Late roll to the bucket, Dunkel. Instead, Callie Wright. Pump fake on the shot. Avila foot on the line. Left it short. Rebound Van Tassel for South. Krentz almost came up with a steal in the backcourt. Liggett, outlet pass. Shrove, lefty finish on the layup. Wouldn't go. Van Tassel, she'll get 2 at the line. Mariah Avila, that's her second foul. Leads at 16, 28-12. Scottsbluff led 23-12 after the first quarter. 3 points for Van Tassel. Scottsbluff's lead cut to 15. 28-13 the score. And Van Tassel, a 50% free throw shooter, connects on both. Krentz rushes it up the floor. Left wing, they run 2 defenders at her. Going to have an open shooter in the corner. Callie Wright, pump fake, dribbles inside the arc, gets it to Krentz. Krentz, another long three. Iron left side, offensive rebound, Callie Wright. Krentz double teamed in the corner. Feeds the basketball to Twombly. That'll wind up a turnover, just the third of the night. Out the other way quickly on the layup is Jaya Brown. Her second basket. Leads at 12 for Scottsbluff. Callie Wright going to have someone open along the baseline. It's Emma Herman. Herman, they reach in on her. They take the basketball away, and their head coach wants a timeout. Good timeout right there by Chad DeBruin, the head man for Cheyenne South. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 4 minutes and 39 seconds to play in the first half. Scottsbluff leading 28-16. Download the Elite Physical Therapy Sports app, the go-to sports app for your smartphone or tablet. Got all the latest news and live scores. Plus, watch our KDB.TV sporting events. Listen to our radio broadcast there in the app. Download the sports app in the Apple or Google Play Store. Brought to you by Elite Physical Therapy, the KDB Sports app. Scottsbluff looking to get over 500. A win in this one, they'll be at 5-4 heading into the holiday break. The GNAC brackets came out. 3-day tournament next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Scottsbluff girls will open with McCook, and that tournament in Columbus. Gearing also in the GNAC tournament this year. Van Tassel down low. Quick turn, middle of the floor, wouldn't go. Rebound grab by Callie Wright. Gets it to Krentz. Under 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Backdoor cut. Nice feed. And they're going to get a walk. Dunkel bobbled it on the reception. Took a couple of steps. And by the time she gathered and went up, an easy call for Tori Schwartz under the basket. 4 turnovers committed by Scottsbluff. Right now for South, I've got them unofficially for 12. Shrove. 2-3 zone for the Lady Cats. Brown handles. Brings it right. She waves Liggett off to the far side. Now Shrove. Tough angle for a pass. Tipped around, grabbed by Van Tassel. Dribble handoff goes to Autumn Shrove. One of the longer possessions for either team we've seen in the game. Wild shot driving down the paint. Would not drop for Liggett. Offensive rebound. Unable to go. There's Van Tassel. She now has 6. Getting a little more active on the offensive end. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play first half. Callie Wright gets the handoff from Aubrey Krentz. Feeds the wing to Twombly. Side screen action there with Dunkel. Now Krentz. Things a little stagnant here on this trip down the floor for Scottsbluff. Brown defends against Twombly. Krentz off the heel of the iron, rebounded by Cheyenne South. Liggett down low, cross-court feed. Ball is batted around. Last touch by South. Another turnover will go to Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff football defensive coordinator Jake McLean with the Christmas sweater. Nice sweater, Coach. Like the look here. Everybody in the spirit of the season. 28-18, 10-point lead. Scottsbluff with the basketball, trying to tack on some more. Dunkel feeling it offensively here in the first half. Her and Krentz carrying the load here in the first 2 quarters. Loose ball after a couple of misses. Krentz missed everything. Van Tassel cherry picking down the floor, and a lefty finish on the layup that time for Callista Martinez. Her first field goal, first 2 points. South's back to within 8. Brady Lockemer on the floor, another freshman getting a lot of varsity time for David Balish. First half of the season. Krentz dribble drive baseline, whistle and a hold, foul called against South. We'll check the number. Liggett's first. 7th team foul, 1-and-1 opportunity for Aubrey Krentz. On the season at the free throw line, Krentz 75%. First tally of the quarter, she has 15 points already tonight. Dunkel in double figures with 10. They've got 25 of the 30, or checked out of the 29. Now 16 for Krentz. Brown goes right by one defender. Blocking foul. Count it, the foul. That'll go against Morgan Mickey. Tried to get her feet set to take the charge. Late arriving. And Brown has her third field goal. Chance for a three-point play and opportunity to cut the South deficit down to 7 points. Too strong. Rebound cleared by Dunkel. Quickly gets it to Krentz. Krentz head up across the timeline on the dribble. Backs it up behind the three-point line. Good footwork. Mariah Pena defending on the perimeter. Avila picks up her dribble. Looks for help. Gets it to Lockemer. Lockemer shows ball. Goes right by Brown. Brady Lockemer, the freshman, into the scorebook. Minute and 45 to play in the half. Back to a 10-point lead for the Scottsbluff girls here against Cheyenne South. Morgan Mickey grabs the loose change off the turnover. 14 turnovers now for South. Dunkel to Krentz. Another long one on the way. Aubrey Krentz has got it rolling. 19 points here in the half. Brown with multiple defenders in the vicinity. Good job of handling the basketball. Jaya Brown. Underhand. B with a right hand. Ball near the corner. Now back out high. Felicia Senna. Awkward looking jump shot that time from Pena. Rims off the iron. Ball touch last by Scottsbluff. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Cheyenne South. Saw quite a few Scottsbluff alumni in the house last night. That was up at Alliance. Probably see a few more former student athletes here for tonight's home game. Brown to Pena. 45 seconds to play here in the first half. Van Tassel now outside. Senna has 2 threes in the half. Can't knock down the long-range deuce, and a reach-in foul as Dunkel had secured the rebound. And this foul goes against Madison Marich. Her first. 1-and-1 opportunity. That was the 8th team foul. Whistled against Cheyenne South. Came in record-wise at 5-2. Scottsbluff 4-4. Went 0-3 against Campbell County. Thunder Basin and Rapid City Central played competitive in all 3 of those games up in Gillette a couple weekends ago. Had the lead on Rapid City Central in the fourth quarter. Couple makes for Dunkel. Full court pressure. Pays dividends. Another turnover in the backcourt. Lockemer got her second bucket of the half. Brady Lockemer off the bench has 4. And the lead is ballooned to 17. Van Tassel looks opposite. Underneath, Van Tassel on the catch. And that ball gets wedged between the backboard and the rim. That'll be a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it back to Scottsbluff. Here's a Bolish special. He got it. Coach showing off his hops. Mom and Dad watching in Gunnison, Colorado had to like that. Showing off for the parents, Coach Bolish. Home folks across the way getting a kick out of it here tonight at Scottsbluff. Nice crowd on hand here already for the girls' game. Aubrey Krentz has 20 points here in the first half, including 5 3 balls. .21 points for Aubrey Krentz. What a half. Also in double figures. Stepping along the sideline again. No, a blocking foul this time. If that's Mariah Avila, nope, it'll be Dunkel. Her first. That would have been the third on Avila. She was in the neighborhood. Lead was 8 seemingly minutes ago, a couple minutes ago. Now it's 19, 41-22, and Cheyenne South in some real trouble here before halftime. Final few seconds of the half, launching and coming up short was Annie Liggett. An impressive first half showing tonight for the Scottsbluff girls. They lead 41-22 as we head to the halftime break. Teams head to the locker room. We'll have a check of the numbers here coming up at the break. Boys game a little bit later on tonight, but for our first of two, our doubleheader on KNB.TV at 960 and 100.3. All Scottsbluff here. Lady Cats lead big on Cheyenne South at halftime, 41-22 on the West Coast scoreboard.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Chris Catron back with you here from our Logos broadcast location, KNB.TV, 960 and 100.3. Some of you listening tonight on KNB.com. Logos broadcast booth. Stop into Logos, and Jeremy and his guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. No job too big or small for Logos. Downtown Gering, impressive first half showing so far here for Scottsbluff tonight. Leading Cheyenne South in girls varsity action 41-22. Time to look at the numbers through the first 2 quarters. Brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We'll start with Cheyenne South, and their key stat is not a good one. 15 first half turnovers unofficially. They've had 5 different players score, 6 points apiece for Riley Van Tassel, Felicia Sen, and Jaya Brown, 2 points apiece for Callista Martinez, and 2 off the bench for Autumn Shrove. Just 2 points off the south bench. For Scottsbluff, they've done a good job keeping the turnovers in check, valuing the basketball through 2 quarters. I've got them unofficially for just 4 turnovers in the first 16 minutes of game action. 5 players have scored, and it's really been a 2-player show to this point. Aubrey Krentz is torching the net. She has 21. That includes 5 triples in the first half. Mackenzie Dunkel doing some good work down in the block area. She's got 12 points, and 4 of those coming at the foul line, where coming into play tonight was just a 55% free throw shooter. And then you've got 4 points for the freshman off the bench, Brady Lockemer, 2 points apiece for Kiera Twombly and Yada Garcia. Let's a look at the numbers here at halftime for both Cheyenne South and Scottsbluff. Our update on the halftime stats, of course, brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Halftime score at Scottsbluff High School. Lady Cats lead Cheyenne South 41-22 on the West Coast scoreboard.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Care Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
High school basketball coverage tonight as we head into the holiday break. Final day of action before the 5-day moratorium hits. Scottsbluff and Gering will be in action next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Columbus at the GNAC tournament. Hey, there's a Scottsbluff alum across the way, the great Max Mason, one of the best running backs here in Scottsbluff High history. Always good to see Max out at Scottsbluff High sporting events. Halftime score girls action. It is Scottsbluff in complete control. Outstanding first half. Maybe their best half of basketball so far this season. They lead Cheyenne South 41-22. Our halftime score on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you. Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Scottsbluff High. Scottsbluff girls lead big 41-22. 21 points already for Aubrey Krentz. She's knocked down 5 3-point field goals. Mackenzie Dunkel putting in work down in the post area. She has 12 first half points, also in double figures. Our second game, of course, the boys matchup will be a key night for the Scottsbluff boys. Had that long winning streak snap last night against Alliance. Dogs got them there at Alliance Gym, 60-50. And I think I could speak for Coach Golian because he's pretty much said this as much in last night's post game, and you'll hear it again on the pregame interview ahead of tip-off tonight. Flat out was not pleased with the effort the team gave last night, so looking for a much better performance here tonight, and could get it against a Cheyenne South team that comes in quite a bit of flux with some suspensions, some guys still not on the team that started the year on the team. Maybe a get-right situation tonight for the Scottsbluff boys. The Morrill boys continue to win basketball games under first-year head coach Terry Lofink. They get to 6-3 with a 59-22 win this afternoon. Keaton Robb had 13 points. Tanner Wedham and Blake Lofink each scored 8. 12 of their 13 players scored, and it was 22-0 at the end of the first quarter, so that one was over early. How about Morrill at 6-3 early this season? Let me pull up my email quickly. I'm sure girls coach Josh Garu checked in via email, and it was Sioux County beating Morrill in a competitive girls game, 61-56, the final in that one. A couple of scores for you. You can always check the KNEB.com scoreboard under the sports tab, and of course follow things on the KNEB sports app. We'll have the second half getting underway here at Scottsbluff High School in just a moment. Lady Cats in control, leading big against Cheyenne South, 41-22 on the West Coast scoreboard. Beretta, let's not jump ahead on any of these breaks.
Come see the Very Hungry Caterpillar live at the Midwest Theater on January 21st. The story is told on stage through the magic of black light and fanciful puppets as it follows the wonderful adventures of a very tiny and very hungry caterpillar, as well as others' favorite stories by author Eric Carle. The Very Hungry Caterpillar live at the Midwest Theater on January 21st. For tickets, call 632-4311 or visit midwesttheater.com.
Bluff Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 21 Panhandle communities Tuesdays and Thursdays. Reservations, they are required. Visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP, 761-TRIP. Set now for second half action here at Scottsbluff tonight. Lady Cats in control, leading 41-22. Hosting Cheyenne South. Boys action a bit later on this evening. Scottsbluff will have the basketball to start the third quarter. Garcia, dangerous pass, fits it into Krentz. Back to Yada Garcia. Garcia finds Krentz. She has 21 points. Can she make it 24? Left to 3 short. Box out on the perimeter, and a reach-around foul goes against Aubrey Krentz. First foul on Krentz. First team foul here early in the third quarter. Leggett, they've got 3-on-1 numbers. Good job by Yada Garcia hustling back defensively. And poked it away from behind. It'll stay South basketball. Comes into Brown. Brown puts it on the floor. They'll set things up out high. Scottsbluff drops back into a 2-3 zone look defensively. Right wing Martinez, or check that, Felicia Senna. Cross-court pass to Liggett. Now Brown back to Liggett. She's going to cock and fire from long range. Offensive rebound. Van Tassel, their leading scorer, can't connect. Whistle, and that'll be a jump ball. Emma Herman in there helping to tie things up for Scottsbluff. Leading by 19, 41-22. They lob it inbounds to Callista Martinez with a right-hand jump hook. Couldn't score it. Out of bounds. It'll stay with South. 48 seconds gone by in the second half. Senna plays it in. Now Brown to the corner. Senna. Back to Brown. 2-point defenders on the 2-3 are Krentz and Yada Garcia. Patrolling the middle, Emma Herman. Launching a 3 is Felicia Senna. That's her third tray of the night. She's got 9 points, all 9 from behind the 3-point line. Garrett Twombly on the catch, left wing. Comes middle, inside the arc, finds Krentz on the wing, right side. Jump pass, underneath, wide open. Should be an easy finish. It's not, though. Yada Garcia can't convert. Garcia has just 2 points, averaging 18 in transition the other direction, and this will wind up a pair of free throws. An opportunity at the line now for Brown. 41-25 the lead. For Scottsbluff, 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Brown off the iron left side. On the season, Jaya Brown, a 64% foul shooter. Brown, 1 of 2. She now has 7. Senna leads with 9. Into the front court with the basketball, Scottsbluff. Now Krentz, 1 dribble, 3 ball. A lot of iron, flat on that shot. Offensive rebound, and Emma Herman cleans it up and has her first field goal. Dangerous pass to the right wing. Was it touched? It was not. Out of bounds, back to Scottsbluff. 16 turnovers committed by Cheyenne South. That's their first of the half, so 15 turnovers for South in that first half. Twombly handling the basketball, setting up the offense. Back cut. I think they set that one up. Put Yada Garcia off the ball. was wading out towards the left corner, and then boom, back cut to the rim. Easy two for Yada Garcia. Leads at 19, 45-26. Van Tassel looks opposite. Gets it to Callista Martinez, and she drove baseline and fired a pass to the far corner, and that went out of bounds. 17 turnovers for South. Under 5.5 to play in the third quarter. Twombly, little shoulder fake, comes middle with it, gets it to Krentz. Krentz holds up, waits for the screen, out high from Dunkel. Now Emma Herman, mid-range jumper, partially blocked, it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Scottsbluff basketball. Krentz, another launch from outside. This one falls. She's got 24 points. Aubrey Krentz came in averaging 13-11 over her season average here. We still got just under 5 to play in the third quarter. Van Tassel a hold, and that'll go against Mackenzie Dunkel. Second foul charge to Dunkel. Martinez to Liggett. They throw over top of the zone. Now Jaya Brown, left wing. And Felicia Senna can't knock down her fourth three of the game. Krentz grabs the rebound. Yada Garcia attacks the rim, scores it off the glass. Yada Garcia has 6. 4 of those 6 here early in this third quarter. Jaya Brown dribbles onto the S at midcourt. Behind her back, now comes left. Crossover, one-handed bounce pass to the high post. Van Tassel set up a little play for Brown. Couldn't handle the pass. Gathers it in now. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in the quarter. They run 2 defenders at Martinez. Twombly almost came up with a steal. South basketball down low. Van Tassel with an up and under for a deuce. Riley Van Tassel averages 13. She's got 8. Yada Garcia, high screen. Instead, she fades the screen, goes to the left. Krentz feeds Twombly. Now Dunkel, middle, spin partially blocked with the lefty hook shot. Now Twombly mid-range deuce. Jump shot falls for Kiera Twombly. Her jumper looks night and day better from a season ago. Not necessarily the results every time, but just the shooting form much improved. This time she goes to the rim. That tough strength and strong move to the rim, that's kind of her MO throughout her career. Good to see her add a little bit more of a jump shot to the mid-range game. She'll get 2 shots now at the foul line. Gonna have a nice crowd here tonight. Already here for the girls' game. Boys next. 3:15 to play in the third quarter. Twombly just a 40% shooter at the line. (52-28) all Scottsbluff. Lady Bearcats going to get over 500 with a win tonight. Twombly 1 of 2, 3 in the quarter, 5 points for the game. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the third. Liggett dribble handoff. Autumn Schroe bounce pass back to Liggett. She'll put it on the floor inside the arc. Feed Mirich on the right wing. Posting up is Van Tassel. Cutting to the bucket, Shrove, lefty delivery for a 2-point field goal for Autumn Shrove. She's got 4 points off the bench, the only bench points for South in this contest. Leads at 23 points. Bounce pass to Emma Herman, ball loose, picked up by Krentz. Last touch, out of bounds off South. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Two minutes, 37 seconds to play in the quarter. Krentz going to fire away again. Aubrey Krentz is feeling it. 27 now for Aubrey Krentz. Van Tassel and a push from behind. This foul goes on Mackenzie Dunkel. That'll be her third. Scottsbluff led at halftime, 41-22, so they've turned a 19-point lead at the break into a 26-point lead, outscoring them by 7 in the first 5 and change in the third quarter. Senna, that's her fourth tray. It's an awkward-looking release, but effective nonetheless. Felicia Senna has 12 points to lead Cheyenne South. Krentz again finds the bottom of the net. Aubrey Krentz, have yourself a pre-Christmas explosion. Van Tassel on the other end, a quick score. She's into double figures with 10. Aubrey Krentz has 30. Mariah Vila. Now Krentz trying to post up. Now she'll get back to the perimeter. Yada Garcia. Clean look, baseline drive. 2 more for Scottsbluff. Best they've looked all season here tonight. Van Tassel down low. Back to Shrove. Up top, Senna. Hesitates. Puts it on the floor. Liggett in the right corner. They got Van Tassel at the foul line. Shows ball. Puts it on the deck for a bounce. And can't knock down the mid-range J. Out of bounds. Last touched by Scottsbluff. 26-point lead for the Lady Bearcats. Mirich to Liggett. Scottsbluff 2-3 zone. Senna entry pass to Shrove. Tough look that time. Able to get it through some traffic, and Van Tassel can't score. Rebound comes off controlled. First by Twombly, knocked away, and then grabbed by Krentz. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Yada Garcia. Now Krentz. Krentz, tough shot off the square. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Everything working right now for Aubrey Krentz. Absolutely no conscience. 11 in the quarter, 32 for the game. Jumper right side. Baseline J drops for Riley Van Tassel. She's picked up her scoring here in the quarter up to 12. 1 off her season average. Mariah Veal under 30 seconds to play. Krentz off a screen. Another for Aubrey Krentz. My word. 9 3-pointers tonight for Aubrey Krentz. Got to be a school record or near it. We'll have to check with David Balish. Halftime of the boys game. Underneath, and a travel, the call against Van Tassel. 35 points in the game for Krentz. Some point in this fourth quarter, Aubrey's going to wish it was a closer game because she's going to want to be out there filling it up some more. Morgan Mickey, inbounds pass comes to Aubrey, and the buzzer sounds. What a night for Aubrey Krentz. Heading into the holiday break, 3 quarters complete. We'll have the fourth on the way for you in just a moment. Scottsbluff leads by 29, 66, 37 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding. And still no contracts.
High school basketball coverage here on KDB.TV. Radio 960 and 100.3. Aubrey Krentz has 35 points. Spoke too soon. Make it 37. Just get her the basketball. See what she can make happen here in this fourth quarter before they go to the bench. (68-37) the lead. Krentz with 37. And at the stripe, make it 38 points. Senna, spin dribble inside the arc. Mirich. I'm going to go out on a limb and say her older brother, Nick Mirich, played at Cheyenne East last year and lit the Scottsbluff boys up at Story Gym one night. Came in averaging single digits and had himself a 20-plus point night, reining him in from downtown. I remember that game well. Turnover in the paint, grabbed by Scottsbluff, pass, and they'll throw it away themselves. Lady Cats put 23 on the board in the first quarter, and that was a harbinger of things to come. 23-18 and 25 in the third quarter. 66 points after three. That number now at 69 points on the night. 38-point effort for Aubrey Krentz. Van Tassel gives it up to Senna. Yada Garcia hasn't had to do a whole lot tonight. Senna looking for her fifth three ball. That stand out on most nights, but Krentz has 9 threes. Scottsbluff leads by 32. They'll get the ball back. The whistle came, was a jump ball possession arrow. Everybody will run back to the other end. It'll stay South ball. Coming up on a minute played in the fourth quarter. Senna, bounce pass comes in to Schroe. Mirich. Schroe gives it off to Senna. Corner triple long. Grabbing the loose ball is Callie Wright. She flies up the left wing. Wright, open look. That's going up. Callie Wright off the heel of the iron. Rebound comes off long. Schroe hits the deck. Avila down there with Callie Wright. Jump ball. This time it'll stay with Scottsbluff. Morgan Mickey, Aubrey Krentz, Yada Garcia, Callie Wright, Mariah Avila. A senior, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman. Now Emma Foote, Jamison Howard come onto the floor. And it's Mickey and Avila that sit. See if Krentz can get one more bucket and get to 40 points on the night. They're going to run her off a screen. Pena defending. Krentz now on the catch, far corner. Trying to get loose. Tough angle. Feeds it to Jamison Howard. Nice look. Howard couldn't score. Rebound controlled by South, and Callista Martinez on the handle across the timeline. Pass intercepted by Scottsbluff. Outlet pass to Foote. They get the basketball to Krentz. Krentz finds a cutting Garcia. Open shooter is Emma Foote. Nice offensive basketball, and Foote knocks down the shot. First 2 points for Emma Foote here in the game. Dribble handoff. Martinez forces one up high off the square. Rebounded by Foote. Krentz has it. Now Garcia. Now to Garcia. Now Foote. Callie Wright. 5 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in the game. All Scottsbluff, they lead 71-37. Callie Wright catches right corner. Cut off on the baseline drive. Quickly gets it back to Yada Garcia. They're face guarding Krentz on the perimeter. Emma Foote's jumper rolls off the iron. Grabbed by Mirich. Now Callista Martinez will bring it up the floor. Patiently coming up the floor. Martinez to the right wing, now along the baseline, lost it, but a push. And a foul, I believe this one on Emma Foote. Izzy Wright will check into the game now for Scottsbluff. That foul was on Emma Foote, her first. .34 lead for Scottsbluff. Martinez elbow jumper left side, too strong. Comes off the backboard long and out of bounds on the far sideline. Basketball goes over to Scottsbluff. Callie Wright inbounds to Aubrey Krentz. She has 35 points, and a foul in the backcourt will go against Mariah Pena, the 5'1 senior guard for South. Third team foul whistled against Cheyenne South. Krentz has the ball in a 38-point night so far. 9 made threes for Aubrey Krentz. She had a 14-point third quarter last night. Had a 14-point first quarter here tonight. And a 14-point third quarter in this game. Izzy Wright underneath took some contact, and the sophomore guard will get 2 at the line. Under 5 minutes to play. Scottsbluff up big, 71-37. Boys action will follow. A very disappointed head coach for the Scottsbluff boys last night, Scott Gullion, with his team's effort, hoping for a big bounce back effort tonight. When I say effort, I mean literally effort. And the final on the board tonight. Izzy Wright off the bench with a foul shot. Foote, Howard, Wright, and Krentz, the 5 on the floor for Scottsbluff. Couple of makes for Izzy Wright. Senna. Now Andrea Demas onto the floor for the first time. There's a tough baseline jumper that falls for Kinsey Stensas. As South starting to clear the bench just a little bit. Krentz still in the game. They're trying to get her to hunt that 39th and 40th point. Turnover committed by Emma Foote. I've got South unofficially for 20 turnovers, and this time a transition basket for Demas. 73-41. Callie Wright dumps the pass off to Jamison Howard. Jamison Howard have liked her game since the first time I saw her last year as a freshman. Timeout on the floor will break as well. Exactly halfway through this final quarter, Scottsbluff leads 75-41 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Shop at G&T Reichert's downtown Scottsbluff. Ease your mind as we assist you in choosing that perfect gift for someone special. Count your blessings with a Blessings Bracelet. Powerful gemstones from around the world that remind us to embrace the joys in our lives. Musical clocks, Husker jewelry, diamonds of all colors. Shopping has never been easier or more enjoyable. When you shop locally, it supports your community in many ways. G&T Reichert's, 1809 Broadway, in the heart of beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
It is a school record for Aubrey Krentz tonight with 9 made three-pointers. Still 4 minutes to go in the game. And Krentz, it looks like her night. has come to a close, grabbing some bench and a well-deserved rest after a 38-point effort. And Cheyenne South is going to take another timeout, so we get back-to-back timeouts. And we'll step away again quickly. Right now, fourth quarter at 75-41. Scottsbluff up big right now on the West Coast scoreboard.
Shop at G&T Reichert's downtown Scottsbluff. Ease your mind as we assist you in choosing that perfect gift for someone special. Count your blessings with a blessings bracelet. Powerful gemstones from around the world that remind us to embrace the joys in our lives. Musical clocks, Husker jewelry, diamonds of all colors. Shopping has never been easier or more enjoyable. When you shop locally, it supports your community in many ways. G&T Reichert's, 1809 Broadway, in the heart of beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
You never know when you'll need an extra French dip in Swiss. It could get lost in the car or eaten by a confused stranger. Stuff happens to sandwiches. That's why Arby's made you 2 French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. For only $6, you'll always have a spare French dip and Swiss until you eat it. You'll never have to be afraid. Arby's, we have the meats.
Back to the Aubrey Krentz show here tonight on KNEB. Krentz is done for the night, but not before she put in some work. 38 points tonight for Aubrey Krentz, as both teams have gone deeper down the bench here late in this game. Under 4 minutes to play. South just took back-to-back timeouts as their head coach, Chan DeBruin, doing some serious coaching on their bench. Foul goes against Callie Wright on the reach-in. We'll have the boys' game coming up here in just a little while. Missing the front end, Callie Wright rips the rebound away. Outlet pass to Jamison Howard. Ball loose, grabbed by Howard. Up the floor, and that pass knocked away out of bounds. Three and a half to play. Fourth quarter action here at Scottsbluff High School. Chris Cottrell with you. KNEB.TV, 960 and 100.3. Izzy Wright on the wing left side. Being defended by Andreas Demas. Right to Emma Foot, left wing. Callie Wright comes off a down screen. Couple of dribbles. Hounded by Pena out high. Izzy Wright, now Emma Foot coming up on 3 minutes to play. Callie Wright, left corner. Rolling to the bucket that time was Jamison Howard. She knew she was dangerously close to a travel. Just rose up off 1 foot and hit a little mid-range jump shot. Jamison Howard with 4 points here in the fourth. Under 3 to play in the game. All Scottsbluff in this one. They lead by 36, 77-41. Another turnover, a steal for Emma Foot. On the cut, Izzy Wright took some contact. Nice feed from Foot. See if they... Surely that's a shooting foul. Looks like it is. We'll have 2 foul shots now for Izzy Wright. 2 for 2 at the line, a few trips back. Pure on that one for Izzy Wright. 3 out of 3 at the foul line. And Wright can't get the second. Now 3 for 4 here tonight at the line. And Scottsbluff almost came up with another steal on the far end of the floor. Lead now at 78-41. Cheyenne South basketball coming up on 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. A lot of Christmas get-ups across the way tonight in the Scottsbluff student section. Should be a real festive evening here, I guess. Izzy Wright, Emma Foot. Now Addie Wright also into the game. All 3 Wright sisters out on the floor together. Fun moment for their family. And it'll be Jamison Howard now at the foul line. 2:05 to play in the fourth quarter. And Jamison Howard a little bit too strong on that one. Howard 1 of 2. The 5'9" sophomore has 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Across the timeline on the dribble is Senna. Now up top, Marich, left side, Pena. Dribbles middle, inside the foul line area. Right side now on the wing. Alicia Senna has been a bright spot tonight for Cheyenne South. Minute and 45 seconds to play, and that'll be a push. A whistle, and foul goes against Scottsbluff's Jamison Howard. School record 9 3-pointers tonight for Aubrey Krentz. And 38 points so far in the game for Krentz, and it'll stay that way. She's on the bench. Up big, 79-42. Couple of makes at the stripe for Stensis. 4 points in the quarter. A minute 40 to play in the game. Emma Foote. Izzy Wright in the corner. You like to see all the energy on the bench. There's a three for Izzy Wright. Izzy Wright with 6 in the quarter. Everybody having fun along the bench. 82-43. Big offensive night for the Lady Bearcats heading into the holidays. Missed shot on the south end of the floor. Wright's going to bring it across the timeline. Jamison Howard's going to launch a tray off the iron flat with that 3-point field goal attempt. Ball loose. Taylin Holton goes to the rim for 2. 41-point lead, 84-43. 50 seconds to play in the game. Alicia Senna just going to dribble the ball out near midcourt. Foote extends the pressure defense. She'll do it again. And a reach-in foul called against Emma Foote. Emma Foote will sit. Kimber Schallenberger onto the floor. And Senna knocks down the first. She has 13. Takes over game high honors scoring wise for Cheyenne South. 13 for Senna. And a couple of makes there for Senna, 14. Also in double figures, Van Tassel has 12. We dip under 20 seconds to play here in regulation. Jamison Howard handling the basketball with Senna defending out high. Now Holton catches near the right corner. Baseline drive off the side of the backboard. And a chance for Pena, 4 seconds. Final shot opportunity of the night, and there's a deuce for Mariah Pena as the horn sounds here tonight at Scottsbluff High School. A dominant effort for the Lady Bearcats as they win it 84-47. Our final score, girls varsity action here. Heading into the holidays, a great effort for the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats. They win 84-47, our final on the West Coast scoreboard.
Winter weather brings winter clothing to compliments for you and your home. And now all fall and winter apparel is 20% off. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. Gift cards are also the perfect gift idea. Get your home ready for the holidays with holiday decor, now 20% off. Some exclusions apply. At Compliments, we are open 7 days a week, 9 to 5:30, extended hours until 7 on Thursday evening, and Sunday, noon to 5 through Christmas.
Chris Cottrell back with you tonight here on KDB.TV, KDB 960 and 100.3. Girls final from moments ago, all Scottsbluff as they roll 84-47. What a night for Aubrey Krentz as she scored 38 points and hits a school record 9 three-pointers. Krentz on fire to lead the way. Got plenty to cover here on the post-game show. Runs the post-game show. We'll get to our boys' pregame as well here in just a bit, including my conversation from earlier this morning with Scottsbluff boys head coach Scott Golligan. We'll come back and tally up the numbers and get to our post-game statistics update brought to you by Arby's when we come back right after this on KNEB.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
Back on the Runs of Post-Game Show, time to check the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We'll start with Cheyenne South. The Lady Bison dropped their third game of the year. They are now 5-3 record-wise. I had them unofficially for 22 turnovers. Leading the way in the score column for Cheyenne South was Felicia Senna, who had 14. She had 2 fourth-quarter free throws, and before that, 4 made triples. 12 points also in double figures for Riley Van Tassel. 7 points for Jaya Brown. Off the bench, Autumn Shrove had 4. Kinsey Stensis had 4. 2 points apiece for Mariah Pena, Andrea Demas, and Callista Martinez. Cheyenne South drops to 5-3 on the season. Now for the Scottsbluff High Lady Bearcats, a huge output tonight as they go for 84 points. 38 for Aubrey Krentz. 9 made threes, a school record. 38 points, pacing everybody here in the gym tonight. Aubrey Krentz, what a great performance. Merry Christmas, Aubrey. Also in double figures, Mackenzie Dunkel. 8 points for the leading scorer on the team throughout the year, Yada Garcia. Didn't have to do a whole lot in this blowout win. 6 points off the bench in the fourth quarter for Izzy Wright. 5 points tonight for Jamison Howard and Kiera Twombly. 4 points for Brady Lockemer. 2 points apiece for Emma Foote and Taylon Holton. And also 2 for starter Emma Herman. Add it all up, you get a big 84 spot and a feel-good win tonight for the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats. They take care of business in a major way, 84-47. Look at the numbers, as always, brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We'll come back with more right after this on the Runs of Post-Game Show on KNEB.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Chris Catrone with you tonight, KNEB.TV, 960, 100.3 for radio coverage and online as well, streaming at KNEB.com. Great performance tonight for the Scottsbluff girls. I said their best half of basketball in the first half. It winds up their best 4 quarters of action. A blowout, 84-47 against a Cheyenne South team that came in with a record of 5-2. Both boys teams are out on the floor getting warm-ups underway. Still got about 18 minutes and change here on the pregame clock. So we'll be a minute before we get to tip-off of that boys contest. After last night's results around the state and for teams in the GNAC, brackets came out today for this year's GNAC tournament being held in Columbus. That'll be a week from yesterday. So next week you'll have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday action for both Scottsbluff and Gering this year, as Gering in the GNAC for the first season. On Thursday, December 27th, we'll have 3 games for you. I'll go back-to-back in the auxiliary gym at Columbus at 2:30 with the Gering girls and Hastings, followed up by a Scottsbluff and Gering boys matchup at around 4:15. Then at 6 o'clock, Chuck will have the Scottsbluff girls and McCook in the main gym there at Columbus High School. We'll have coverage throughout the weekend, Friday and Saturday, covering the Scottsbluff girls and boys and the Gering girls and boys. That'll be next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the GNAC tournament in Columbus. Between games still here at Scottsbluff High School. Girls final moments ago, 84-47. I'm not really keeping this a secret. It's no surprise. We'll have our Taco John's player of the game coming up when we come back right after this on KNEB. We might just wind up.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry.
For Aubrey Krentz. It looks like Scottsbluff had 2 other records tonight. Trying to find out for sure. I saw the Star Herald's Preston tweeting moments ago that 3 records broken tonight. If you don't follow Preston on Twitter, you need to at PG_SH Sports. Find him on Twitter. 3 records broken tonight, 2 individual for Aubrey and 1 team record. So I think I see him on his phone right now, maybe trying to get back to me on one of these tweets. Looks like individual scoring record for a game for Aubrey, and not sure exactly what the team record is. Maybe single game scoring record for the Lady Bearcats here tonight. So an all-around excellent performance for the Scottsbluff girls. Our Taco John's player of the game, a no-brainer, Aubrey Krentz, 38 points, single game scoring record, 9 3-point field goals, a single game record as well. Taco John's player of the game, Aubrey Krentz, make it a game day tradition. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering unwrap the original before or after every game. And for another step away here, we'll come back with more right after this on KNEB.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more, tow more, go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
So the records tonight, Scottsbluff single game records for the girls. Aubrey Krentz with 38 points. Going to try and tweet this as we handle the broadcast here, so multitasking. Scottsbluff single game records in this 84-47 win against Cheyenne South. You had Krentz with 38 points. Krentz with 9 made triples. And also, Scottsbluff sets the new team single game scoring mark with 84 points. So an excellent effort tonight for the Lady Cats as they dominate here at home against Cheyenne South. Your Taco John's player of the game, Aubrey Krentz, with 38 on fire from downtown with 9 made threes. Between games here at Scottsbluff High. We'll step away momentarily, come back with more right after this on KNEB.
As the year draws to a close, friends and family come together to celebrate the season. While people have many holiday traditions, a long-standing favorite is driving around town looking at the dazzling displays of Christmas lights. Lights that wrap around eaves, windows, and doors. Many of them installed with expertise and care by the professionals at Renewal by Andersen. They'd like to thank their partners, staff, customers, and community for allowing them to be part of your lives. Merry Christmas and best wishes for a wonderful new year from everyone at Renewal by Andersen.
Back between games here on KNEB, just moments away from flipping the page and getting to pregame activities for the Scottsbluff boys and Cheyenne South. A very disappointing effort last night for the Bearcat boys as they dropped to 4-5, losing at Alliance by the final of 60-50. That snapped a 25-game winning streak for Scottsbluff against Alliance. So you knew that thing was going to come to an end at some point, and it really wasn't the loss, it was the style in which they lost last night that had Scott Golian, their head coach, a little bit frustrated both last night and when I spoke with him this morning for our pregame interview. We'll get to that conversation coming up right after this. We'll come back and check in with head coach Scott Golian ahead of tip-off tonight for the Scottsbluff boys and Cheyenne South. Pregame coaches' comments next on KNEB.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, Make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
Back on pregame coverage here on KNEB as the Platte Valley Company's pregame show continues. We're between games. The Scottsbluff girls and boys in action tonight at home against Cheyenne South. Girls game wrapped up just a little bit ago. Let's get to our boys pregame conversation with Scottsbluff head coach Scott Gullion. Coach, it was always a kind of a mind-blowing number, 25 straight wins against Alliance, and they've had a lot of good players and teams in that stretch, but it all came to a crashing halt last night. You fall up at their place 60-50. Simply put, you weren't the happiest coach after the game. I get it, losses are going to happen, but I just don't think you like the way last night's loss took place and the way the team played.
Yeah, I don't think we gave our best effort overall. I know we got things to clean up on defense and offense, and I didn't like our energy. I didn't like how we were playing together. Took a lot of questionable shots. Thought there was some selfishness within the game, and I don't know if it's like just, they're being selfish, they want to get theirs, or if it's they're thinking they're the only guy that can make a shot or something. I don't know. We got to get to the bottom of it, and we got to move forward. I mean, we got to move forward. I talked to our guys about, it's next play, next game, bad or good, and that's what we have to do as coaches too, and get our team ready to play the next game.
Yeah, I think everybody thought maybe the team had turned the corner a little bit after back-to-back wins against Chadron and then the 100-point explosion against Natrona County. You score half that last night. Was there anything that they did? Or I think when you get to some of these type matchups, these district foes where everyone knows each other really well, some of those high point totals just aren't going to take place. What did Alliance do well defensively last night against you?
I thought they pressured us well. They get up and they play. They played hard. They played harder than us. I didn't think we screened very good, and we let some of their pressure affect us. But we did have good looks, especially early in the game. We had really good looks and just didn't knock them in. We had good looks from the right guys too. I don't think they did anything special. They just, they did what they're supposed to do. They step up and they take charges, and they rotate over and help and pressure and try to deny and keep the ball out of some of our better players' hands.
What'd you see from your guys on the defensive end last night? Alliance came out of the locker room at halftime and beat you 19-4 in the third quarter, and they got a lot of easy layups off some dribble penetration in the fourth.
Yeah, no, we gave them too many clean looks. Thought we were slow on getting to slow on our closeouts, and gave them some good looks, and they got some momentum. And it's funny how when momentum is going, shots seem to fall, and when you got energy, shots seem to fall. And that's what happened in the second. And then we came down and didn't really run offense very well, and they got the ball back. And then our lack of offense, I thought, carried over to our defense, and we let what was happening on our offensive end affect our defensive end, and that just can't happen. It's got to be, the next play, and we got to continue to play. And then in the fourth quarter, they were just breaking us down and dribble drive, and we weren't rotating over to the backside block, and they were getting layups, and then we were fouling them. I thought we were, maybe feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit because we were down and we didn't respond to a little bit of adversity in a tough environment very well.
What'd you see body language-wise in the locker room right afterwards? Was it something where you like the guys being frustrated, or do you want to see a little bit more fire and guys a little upset and angry about the way things are going? What about that side of things right now, post-game last night?
I could tell those guys were upset. And, when I walked in, a lot of them with their heads down. But at the same time, I'm not sure that it matters as much as I would like, and probably none of them are going to really care as much as I do at times. I mean, there's a few. There's a few I'd like to see more that really show that they care a whole bunch, and that's got to start in practice too. I mean, not just after a loss or anything. It's got to show that it matters when we're going through practice and drills and scouting reports and all of that. I think if we can get there, then this team can be really, really good.
Obviously, the best part about this setup for this weekend is you're right back at it here in a few minutes, tipping off against Cheyenne South. What can you tell us about this South team? We haven't seen them in quite some time. I don't remember seeing South on the schedule in a while. What do you know about them?
No, I don't know a whole lot, especially considering some of the things I've heard or whatnot. It looked like they got different guys playing each weekend. I think maybe their coach is trying to figure out what guys can play, and they've showed some different defenses. They'll push the ball, they'll shoot a lot of threes. I think that they are trying to figure out what they are going to do and who they're going to play, and that kind of makes it tough on us to really have a game plan going in.
And we'll get you out of here on this one, Coach. Wrapping up with Scott Gullion with the Scottsbluff boys. Our key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty you get with every new vehicle from Team Auto. So, Coach, clearly tonight's not about the opponent. It's about you guys, everyone in your own locker room. What do you guys have to do? What are you looking for from this team to play good basketball? What would make you feel good leaving the gym tonight?
I just want to see us play with a bunch of energy. Energy, passion, effort. And play together and play for the guy next to him. If we can do that, we got a very good chance to win the game and feel good about ourselves going into the Christmas break.
Scottsbluff head boys coach Scott Gullion wrapping things up here on the Scottsbluff screen printing pregame interview portion of the show. Coach, as always, thanks a lot. We'll hope for a better result tonight and look forward to chatting with you after the ball game. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show on KNEB.
Shop at G&T Reichert's downtown Scottsbluff. Ease your mind as we assist you in choosing that perfect gift for someone special. Count your blessings with a blessings bracelet. Powerful gemstones from around the world that remind us to embrace the joys in our lives. Musical clocks, Husker jewelry, diamonds of all colors. Shopping has never been easier or more enjoyable. When you shop locally, it supports your community in many ways. G&T Reichert's, 1809 Broadway, in the heart of beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Is Scottsbluff head coach Scott Gullion after the team's 10-point loss at Alliance last evening. He's looking for a dialed-in performance tonight from his Bearcats. We'll get the introduction of starting lineups and opening tip when we come back. One more quick break before we get to boys varsity action tonight. Back in a moment right after this on KNEB. That's break 21, correct, Bretta?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We are back.
It's for me. Learn more at wncc.edu. Cameron Bird, a 6'1 junior. Jaden Cummings, a 5'10 sophomore. Hunter Scott, a 6'2 junior. Kerry Wright, a 5'9 junior. And Leandre Ray, a 5'10 freshman, are the starters tonight for Cheyenne South. For the Scottsbluff High Bearcats, Josiah Diolis, a 6-foot junior guard, averaging 14.5. Connor McCracken, the 6'4 senior wing, team's leading scorer coming into the weekend with 15. 6'1 junior Jack Darnell will play on the wing, 2.5 points, 2 rebounds per game. Sebastian Harsh, 6'4 junior, 5-5 as far as points and boards. And Chance Parker, the 6'6 junior, averaging 4 points and 4.5 rebounds coming into the weekend. They did play last night, got beat at Alliance 60-50. Diolis led the team in scoring with 16 points. Moments away from our opening tip, always brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. Love at 425 degrees, and don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal there. It'll be McCracken and Hunter Scott, a 6'2 junior, jumping center here. Paul Edens will toss it here in just a moment. The Boo Crew on the far side of the gym. Sunglasses on. Christmas stocking cap. Some apparel up top. Cats win the tip, and we are underway. Boys action tonight. T-shirt under the jersey for Josiah Diolis. Point guard gets it to Harsh. They feed cross court to McCracken. Now Diolis on the cat paw right side. Coming up on 20 seconds gone by. Slow tempo and a lazy pass to the wing. Intercepted and to the rim, but a travel. So each team with a quick turnover. And Scottsbluff on that first possession looked a little out of sorts on the offensive end. Harsh inbounds the basketball to Diolis. A little half-court trapping zone being played right now by South. They get it to the middle. Now outside, Diolis from downtown rims one down. A 3-ball for Josiah Diolis. They scored 100 here in their home opener last Saturday against Natrona County. Kerry Wright, a 5'9 junior. Wright catches in the corner, back to Hunter Scott. And Wright, he averages 3 points a game. Caleb Phillips, their leading scorer, at least on the roster, not in the starting lineup. He checks in immediately at the first dead ball. South with 2 early turnovers. They start a junior, a sophomore, another pair of juniors, a freshman, 3 juniors, and a sophomore. Connor McCracken misses a 3 out of the left corner. Down low, Harsh. Harsh underneath, carves out some real estate, gets it to Chance Parker. Parker can't score from point-blank range, and Hunter Scott controls the rebound with a tap back inbounds. And it's Jaden Cummings, a sophomore, who averages 5 points a game, handling the point. Cameron Bird now with the ball in the corner is Leandre Ray. Scott on the wing. Wright's 3-point shot glances off the iron. Diolis wants to push. Feeds McCracken. Thought about the 3. Puts it on the deck. And tried to whip a pass over his head to Parker down low. Knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. 6:12 to play here in the first quarter. An early 3-0 lead for the Bearcats. 25-game winning streak by the boards last night up at Alliance. McCracken shot blocked by Caleb Phillips. Phillips, leading scorer on the roster, and he launches and misses a 3. Harsh, the rebound off the backside of the rim. Crossover dribble, little runner in the paint for Diolis, would not go. Offensive board, 2 points on the putback for Chance Parker. Scottsbluff leads 5-0 with 5:42 to play in the opening stanza. They feed it to Wright on the wing. Wright to Cummings. Now Leandre Ray, the freshman guard out there. Dribble handoff to Wright. Wright goes to the rim. Some contact mid-flight. Scored in a foul. Check that, Cameron Bird. So Bird gets the first basket of the night. And Harold Baez will come in as the first substitution for Scottsbluff. That foul goes on Chance Parker. And a three-point play for Cameron Bird. 5:20 to play. Trying to trap at half court on Diolis. Now Darnell on the catch. Back to Josiah. They enter high post. Feed Baez, right corner tray. Off the heel of the iron. Rebound on the offensive end for Scottsbluff's Jack Darnell. Darnell. Harsh. Now Diolis. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Baez now in the right corner. Gets the ball to Chance Parker. Feeds one underneath to Darnell. Some contact. And thought we might have a whistle and a foul instead of travel called against Jack Darnell. Second turnover committed by the Cats. Got outscored by Alliance last night, 19-5 in the crucial third quarter. Mason Heemstra had 22, and he was the best player on the court last night in the Scottsbluff game at Alliance. There's a carry called against the young freshman, Leandre Ray. 4:40 to play. If you missed it earlier, the Scottsbluff girls went off. Set a school record for points in the game with 84. Aubrey Krentz set a school record for points in the game with 38. And Krentz also set a school record with 9 3-point field goals as they obliterate Cheyenne South here heading into the Christmas holiday break. Diolis, oh, nice Euro step. Looked the pass off into the corner. Defender took the bait, and Diolis lays it in. He's got 5 points early on, 7-3 the lead. Back cut, Cameron Bird left it short. Standing his ground defensively was Chance Parker. Bird grabs the loose change, goes right back up and scores. Cameron Bird has all 5 points for Cheyenne South. He averages 10 per game. McCracken, it was going to be a quick breather. You knew it would. He's going to check back in next dead ball. Darnell goes baseline, gets one up high off the backboard, rebounded by Hunter Scott. Here comes Caleb Phillips. Phillips hesitates, launches from 3. Picked up on the rebound. It's Harold Baez. He's going to go to the rim, and Phillips going to get charged with the personal foul. Cheyenne South comes in record-wise at just 1-5. Scottsbluff, surprisingly under 500, 4-5. 3 subs now as Parker, Darnell, and Harsh will sit. Connor McCracken back in, and checking in for the first time tonight, 6'6" junior Sam Clarkson and 6'1" sophomore Dawson Moore. Moore on the catch. Lobs a pass to the post. Back outside. Love the inside-outside game, and Diolis can't knock down the tray. 7-5 the lead for Scottsbluff here early on. Jaden Cummings, now Cameron Bird. Bird puts it on the floor. Spins one off the square for 2. Bird has all 7 points for Cheyenne South. Baez back to Dawson Moore. High post on the catch, Clarkson. Connor McCracken, an open look from downtown, knocks it in. Connor had 8 points last night, came into the weekend averaging 15. Cats lead 10-7. Cameron Bird. Diolis man defense on him. Bird goes by him. Left a runner short, grabs his own miss. Can't get the putback. Going to get a whistle and a foul. This is going to go against either Bird or Scott. Check the call here from. And it looks like the foul goes on Hunter Scott. Timeout on the floor. First foul on Scott. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 2:41 to play in the first quarter. And it's a 10-7 lead for the Scottsbluff boys. Gives me an opportunity to tell you about Wells Fargo Advisors. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Remember, together, you'll go far. Another former Bearcat across the way, Matthew Holloway. Good to see at the gym tonight. Saw Max Mason earlier. Austin Clarkson was with his family last night at Alliance. Noah Bruner was at the game last night. Former Lady Bearcat Avery Krentz saw her sister's excellent record-setting performance tonight. Scottsbluff basketball out of the timeout. Eolas picks up his dribble. Sam Clarkson adds an element of passing to the big man position on the floor for Scottsbluff. McCracken's Trey. Off the iron, rebound grab by Cheyenne South. Phillips to Hunter Scott. Scott gives it up to Phillips near the left corner. Side screen and roll action. Stepping out defensively, Clarkson. And they struggle to recover, and unable to knock down the three was Phillips, rebounded by McCracken. Eolas up the left wing. Gets it to Dawson Moore. Attacks the rim with a right-hand finish. Dawson Moore averaging 6.5 points a game off the bench this season for the Cats. Baez averages 8. They've had some really solid games with bench scoring. Caleb Phillips, they dump it down low to Scott. Back outside to Jaden Cummings. Now Cameron Bird with Eolas defending. Leandre Ray, the freshman, whips a pass, intercepted by Dawson Moore. Outlet pass to McCracken. Connor in the corner, feeds Clarkson. Sam, hesitation, reach-in foul, and Sam, it looks like, is going to get 2 foul shots. No, they're going to say on the floor. It'll be Scottsbluff basketball underneath their own rim. Harsh and Darnell check back in. That foul went against Leandre Ray after South turned it over for the 4th time. Under 90 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Harsh on the catch. Clarkson, elbow right side. Open look for McCracken. Off the iron left side. Offensive rebound. Darnell had his shot block underneath. Goes back up, has it taken away. Ball is knocked around, and Connor McCracken going to be called for the foul out near the midcourt stripe. .71 seconds to play in the first half. Check that first quarter. 12-7, Scottsbluff leads by 5. Cameron Bird. They run him off the screen. Now with the basketball is Kerry Wright. Phillips to Scott. Feet a little bit low. Outlet the other way. McCracken got caught between the dunk and the layup. Couldn't score second time around. Good for 2. 5 apiece for McCracken and Eolas. 2 points apiece for Parker and Moore. 14-7, the Cats doubling up South. Cameron Bird, nice leave underneath and scoring over top of Sebastian Harsh's Hunter Scott. First points of the night for someone other. And Cameron Bird, right to the rim, unable to score. Offensive rebound and a 2-point field goal underneath for Sam Clarkson. Sam got cleared on Monday. Had been practicing with the team for a little while. Got the full clearance from the dock and saw action last night and again here tonight. Harold Baez going to get called for the walk on the Euro step attack right down the teeth of the defense. 4th turnover committed by the Bearcats here in the early going. Just 6 seconds to play. Phillips underneath to Scott. Can't score it off the square. Grabbed his own miss, and the final shot there at the horn will not drop. 1 of 4 complete tonight at Scottsbluff. Bearcat boys lead Cheyenne South 16-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
960 100.3 and KNEB.com. Chris Cottrell at our Logos broadcast location in Scottsbluff High. Stop into Logos, and the guys will custom design it, print it, have it ready for the game. No job too big or small. That's Logos downtown Gehring. Cheyenne South basketball to open up the second stanza here tonight. Really nice crowd on hand here at Scottsbluff this evening. Leandre Ray, the freshman, now into the game for the first time. And there's a three for Bird. He's now in double figures with 10. Scottsbluff with a pass to the right wing, nearly intercepted by Phillips. (16-12), nearly 30 seconds is all gone by here in quarter number 2. Josiah Diolas takes a seat on the bench for Scottsbluff. Quentin Scott's into the game, along with Dawson Moore, Chance Parker, Jack Darnell, and Connor McCracken. Quentin Scott, a 6-foot junior guard, steady, and we're going to get a call 3 in the paint going against Chance Parker. That'll be the 5th turnover tonight, committed by Scottsbluff. Hope to catch up with Scottsbluff girls coach David Balish here at halftime tonight. Talk about the Lady Cats and their record-setting performance, led by Aubrey Krentz, who scored 38 points. Jack Darnell with a poke away on the perimeter, working against the freshman Leandre Ray. They get it to Cameron Bird. He lost the basketball, and it bounced right back to Ray, standing out of bounds. 6 turnovers committed by South. Early second quarter action. Cats lead by 4, 16-12. Dawson Moore to McCracken, left side, well behind the arc. Nobody steps to him. In fact, they back off, and they back off, and Connor says, "Thank you very much," on a tray. He's got 8 2-3s here in the first half. Got a ways to go to catch Aubrey Krentz in her three-point effort tonight. Hit a school record 9 for the Lady Bearcats. Jaden Cummings. Pass to a cutter along the baseline, intercepted. 7 turnovers. Cats give it right back. And launching out of the corner, that 3 rims around and falls home for Cameron Bird. He has 13 points, and they've got a timeout on the floor. Scottsbluff with the lead will step away momentarily. Cats lead the Bison here 19-15 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Back on KDB.TV, 960 100.3, 6:26 to play here in the first half. Scottsbluff basketball on a 4-point lead, 19-15, trying to bounce back from their loss last night at Alliance by 10, 60-50. Cats with it. Dawson Moore wide open. That's going up every time, and Dawson Moore shoots a high percentage when he's left that wide open. He's got 5 points here off the bench, having a nice start to his sophomore campaign. played really solid basketball up in Gillette. Cameron Bird's having himself a solid night as well. He's got 3 threes in the quarter, and he has scored 16 of the 18 points tonight for Cheyenne South. Attacking the rim immediately on the far end of the floor, Connor McCracken, and he's going to get a pair at the foul line. Emailing back and forth with Jeff Bailey, the Cheyenne South coach, earlier this week. He said he had multiple suspensions and players that had either quit or been kicked off the team. And it's been a tumultuous week for their boys basketball program, but hanging around here early, down by 5 after a McCracken made foul shot. He's got 9. Connor on the season coming into this weekend, shooting free throws at an 85% clip. He's into double figures with 10 points to lead Scottsbluff in scoring. They close out after Phillips picks up his dribble. That's Wright with the basketball. Dawson Moore backs away for a moment. Dribble handoff, and now a reach will get called against Josiah Diolis. 5:25 to play in the first half. First foul on Diolis. Leandre Ray, the freshman, will play it inbounds off the near side wing. And Cameron Bird attacks the rim. This will be an offensive foul, and Sebastian Harsh draws the charge. First foul on Bird, and he has 16 of their 18. 9 in the quarter on three-point field goals, and he had 7 in the opening quarter. Harsh, Diolis, Baez, Scott, and McCracken, the 5 right now for Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian. Diolis, bounce pass to McCracken, feeds back up top, good ball movement. Harsh to McCracken, he'll fire away. Too strong, rebounded by Maury Alexander, a sophomore, seeing some action here in the first half. He was listed on their sophomore roster, not even on the JV roster that I got. Leandre Ray, the freshman, turns it over, got too deep along the baseline. McCracken tries to leave one for Harsh. Maybe just go up and try and score that one if you're Connor, trying to make the unselfish play, but Scottsbluff forces a 9th turnover committed by South. Scott in the corner. Up top, Diolis walks into that triple off the iron. Oh, board for Quentin Scott. Always in the right spot, Quentin Scott. Missed triple that time for McCracken. Another offensive rebound and crack at it here for Scottsbluff. Quentin Scott strong on the dribble drive. And his first 2 points of the game. Cats extend to an 8-point lead, 26-18, with coming up on 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Harsh steps into the passing lane. Alexander dribbles it across the timeline, gets it to Hunter Scott. Now Caleb Phillips, he's going to shoot the tray. Over, Baez knocks it down. Leads at 5, 26-21. Harsh. Now Scott. That high arcing three misses badly from the right corner. Caleb Phillips the board. And he'll bring it across the timeline for the Cheyenne South Bison. Attacking the rim. Shot blocked by Diolis. Josiah will handle quickly into the front court. Goes behind his back. Forces one in traffic. Ball handling A+ on that possession. Had a cutting Connor McCracken along the baseline, but Josiah had already, if you will, pot committed on that drive to the bucket. Josiah coming into the weekend a 94% free throw shooter. And of course, that one didn't look so good. Had 16 last night to lead the Cats in their 10-point loss at Alliance. 3:17 to play. 1 of 2 for Diolis. He has 6 points in the half. Full court pressure now from Scottsbluff. And that'll force a turnover in the backcourt. Baez had teammate Dawson Moore at his feet. Diolas will reset the offense. He goes right to the rim for two. Josiah Diolas now with 8. Lead at 8, 29-21. Caleb Phillips. Baez hounds him. Phillips backs the dribble out behind the three-point arc. Hunter Scott posting left block. Good defensive work from Sebastian Harsh. Trying to work around and front the inbound, or the entry pass. Take that away. Phillips, now Cameron Bird feeling it tonight. That went off the iron short. Harsh aboard. 2 minutes and 33 seconds to play in the first half. Diolas a little loose on that dribble. Lost it. It goes right to Dawson Moore. He thought about it, and then drains one. Moore up to 8, averages 6.5. And Dawson Moore scoring a chance for a three-point play off a quick turnover on the inbounds pass. So Moore with 8 in the quarter, and the sophomore now in double figures with 10. Hasn't shot many, but hasn't missed a free throw this season. Baez and Harsh out. Darnell and Clarkson back on. So a quartet right now out here with Darnell, Scott, Diolas, and Clarkson, and all juniors. I mean, these guys have been playing basketball since, traveling around since kindergarten together. They've been everywhere. And a three-point play for Dawson Moore. And the lead all of a sudden now at 14. Cameron Bird attacks the rim. Straight up defensive effort that time from Clarkson. Gets a block shot. Here come the Cats. Slick bounce pass. Dawson Moore, another. Moore has 8 straight points for Scottsbluff. And 13 in the first half. Maury Alexander. Alexander lost the ball on some dribble penetration. The sophomore will pick himself up off the deck. That's 10 turnovers. Clarkson can't score on the other end. Rebounded by Wright. Minute a half to go here in the first half. Cats lead 37-21. Diolas hounding Bird. Now Alexander with Darnell defending. Another freshman. This was Leandre Ray. Bounce pass to Hunter Scott. Another Scott. Quentin rebounds. Outlet pass too tall for Dawson Moore. That'll be a turnover, number 8, committed by the Bearcats. And another whistle. This will be a timeout taken by Cheyenne South with 71 seconds to play in the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. We'll check the halftime numbers coming up here at the break. The Scottsbluff girls earlier tonight set a single game record with 84 points, and 2 individual records set by Aubrey Krentz, 38-point effort and 9 3-point field goals. So a big night for Scottsbluff on the girls' side, and a big confidence builder as they go over 500 heading into the holiday break. Scottsbluff, Gearing, girls and boys all in action next after tonight, next Thursday at the GNAC tournament in Columbus. And for Scottsbluff and Gearing on the boys' side, they'll travel all that way to play one another in round 1. The in-gym scoreboard looking good during that timeout with highlights for everybody to check out. Glad you're watching tonight on KNEB.TV. Many of you are. Sam Clarkson deflects that pass up and away, out of bounds. 59 seconds to play in the half. Scottsbluff has taken control, up by 16. They get it inbounds to Phillips, and a little baby bank shot from about 5 feet out for Phillips, who has 5 all in the quarter. Diolas strong in the upper body on the drive, splits a couple defenders, and lays it off the glass for a layup. Diolas now with 10. Phillips thought about the 3. Leads at 16, 39-23, 34 seconds to play. Cameron Bird, he's just going to fire away all night long. He does have 16 points. That one won't go. Rebounded by Darnell, and head coach Scott Golian now wants to see some heady basketball in the final 30 seconds. Now 20 seconds. They want to play for the final shot. Over the years, Scottsbluff's been excellent in end of quarter, half, and game situations. Eolas side screen and roll. Still trying to find some area to probe through. Able to get it down low. Pass tipped. Clarkson with the snatch and the layup. And the horn sounds. Sam Clarkson finishes with 4 points in the first half, and Scottsbluff finishes the second quarter with an 18-point lead. Halftime score tonight, varsity boys action at Scottsbluff High School. All Scottsbluff, they lead Cheyenne South 41-23 on the West Coast score.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Halftime tonight here, boys action as we head into the holiday break. A 5-day moratorium after things finish up here tonight at Scottsbluff High School. What a night for the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats. Time to catch up with head coach David Bolish. And coach, I said early in that first half, or maybe mid-second quarter, I thought that was tracking to be your best half of basketball. I think it's safe to say you played your best game of the season. And I'll tell you what, after everything you've been through, the trip to Gillette, back here in the area, it feels like about the right time to play your best game of the season. You got to be thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, I was really pleased with how that game went, mostly because I just thought it was our best job of sharing the ball. I thought that was our best movement offensively away from the ball. I thought we did most of our that's going to be our highest assist game that we've had to date. And all that started with defensive intensity. That was kind of our focus. That's what we're trying to make our trademark is, we're going to get at you. We're going to pressure you. We're going to play you hard to 100 feet. So I thought we did a great job of doing that. And then we shared the ball well and it bounced our way tonight.
It bounced your way, and along the way you set some records.
We did.
Team record, 84 points. So you had that. You don't score 84 if you're not sharing the ball like you said. But within sharing the ball, everybody was trying to share it and get it to old number 24, Aubrey Krentz, a school record 38. I think I had her with 7 attempted threes in the first 4 minutes. She wound up with a school record 9. What do you have to say about what she did here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a product of, I talked a little bit about it earlier, but in order to be that kind of a player and to be that kind of a shooter, you have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in the gym. And it takes, people are always talking about, well, you got to shoot it a bunch. Well, you can't just shoot it a bunch. You got to make it a bunch. And so she's got thousands of hours. She's got thousands of makes. I know that's a goal that she's had written down and she's wanted to pursue. But our team goal is to make it to Lincoln, and that's still number one on her list. That was something we talked about actually just last night. Things are going to happen if you just let them happen, and I'm just so proud of her because she is such a hard worker, and because she earned it and she deserves it. I mean, that's how a kid should get it. A kid should work for it. A kid should continue to work for it. She's battled. She's been tough, and that's just good to see. I'm happy for her.
Her and Yada have played more minutes, and they're just juniors. The amount of minutes they've played at the varsity level, and still with a year and a half to go in their high school careers, is pretty phenomenal. By the time, fast forward to the end of this year, these girls, these two, they will have been there, done it, seen everything by the time it's all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, we really invested in them early on, and they had the athleticism and the toughness and the mentality to deal with it, and that's why we were able to do that. But yeah, I mean, I think last year Yada averaged like 30 minutes a game or something like that. I mean, and this year I think she's averaging 30. Aubrey's more like a 24, 25, and it's.
So how tough was it? Say, rewind 2 years. Maybe think about a day you're sitting on the bench when you guys are getting smacked around by 30 or 40 up at a Rapid City school and you're playing these freshmen. Were you able to see the big picture at that point, or how tough was it to deal with the lumps you were taking?
I think it wasn't that tough, and that's because we just had such great kids on the team. We had such tremendous leaders, and we talked about it my first year. I mean, I told Sally, Avery, and Rue, I said, you guys are going to change the program. Not right now, but in 4 or 5 years, it's going to be different because you stuck around here and you taught these kids how to compete, and you trusted them and you invested in them and you mentored them when they were freshmen, and they had really good leadership, and that's what's helped them kind of achieve what they've done. And we were really fortunate that year in that everybody was a team. The family culture was really strong, and so we didn't worry that much about the scoreboard. We worried about trying to play our best basketball and get better every single day. And I thought, even that first year when we took our lumps, we were competing every night. We made everyone earn it, and that's what you always want to do. And but you could see it with those two. We could not play them in freshman games because it just got out of hand really fast. We played them in, a couple quarters of JV games, and, I think the two of them up at Rapid City Central scored like 55 points, not them individually, but, in a JV half, they had 55 points on the board. So we could see it was coming, and they did a million good things when they were out on the varsity floor. And so now, and last year, they really had to, as soon as Taylor got hurt, they had to pick up a huge load, and they learned some tough lessons last year. But those two kids this summer, they'd be in the gym. I'd get one of them 45 minutes, and the next one would be walking in, warming up. And we spent a lot of days in the summer with I'll get you for 45, I'll get you for 45. We'll get you bring a buddy, you bring a younger kid, and they just work at it really hard. They don't come in and just mess around and get some shots up. They come in and put work in. So that's the great thing about sports, is that hard work, dedication, commitment, toughness, loyalty, those things, you get to see them pay off. And I just hope that those kids take those lessons with them later on in life.
How tricky are the next 5 days for you? What was the message? A, you want everyone to make good decisions. B, you want everybody to have some fun with holidays and friends and family, but you want everybody to stay in a little bit of shape. And do you want them to get in the gym and find a way to get some shots up? How tough is this to navigate?
Yeah, I mean, this is really tough. I think we're in both a great position, and I think we're in a tricky position right now. We're going to end on a high note, and you can get complacent and sit back and go, we got 5 days, we're playing great basketball, I'm going to rest, I'm going to hang out, and come back and be really, really flat. And I've talked about it already this week, but it always seems to me like the first few weeks after moratorium, you kind of see teams either go up a notch or back a step. And so we just want to make sure that we're going up a notch. And I just told them, I hope that you see what I see in you, tonight, and how exciting your future can be. And, you're in control of your own destiny, and how you choose to manage your time is, ultimately some teams and some players are going to do a better job of it than others. And, you have to live with that for you. And I think that that's kind of the thing about high school and kids growing up, is that, they got 5 days on their own and they have to make decisions for themselves.
Hey, I found the perfect time to shout out to your mom and dad.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was when you went to dislodge that ball.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they got a kick out of the hop still being there for you.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, I'm sure my dad was saying, just go jump stop and shoot a layup.
Coach, congrats on the win. Bunch of records tonight. Feeling good heading into the holiday. We'll catch up with you next week from last night as we all trek east to Columbus for GNAC. Great
Thanks
job.
a lot, Chris.
You bet. We'll come back with more and get a quick Arby's update right after this on KUNEB.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing. Back at halftime, quick Arby's update right now as we get you a look at the halftime numbers. Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Leading scorer for Cheyenne South, Cameron Birdie, has 16 of their team's 23 for Scottsbluff. 5 different players have scored. Sophomore off the bench, Dawson Moore, leads the way. He has 13, also in double figures. Josiah Deolis and Connor McCracken, each with 10 apiece. 4 points for Sam Clarkson. Good to see Big Sam getting back into the mix a little bit with some minutes the last 2 nights. And 2 points for Quentin Scott and Chance Parker. Scottsbluff trying to rebound from their loss last night up at Alliance by the final of 60-50. Well on their way to getting back into the win column here tonight, and that would even things up record-wise at 5-5 heading into the holiday break, the moratorium for the next 5 days. With it on the wing is Leandre Ray. We're underway in the third quarter. Jaden Cummings lobs one to the wing left side, too far out of bounds. That's turnover number 11. Committed by Cheyenne South. Deolis goes right to work on the freshman. Leaves a little dime for Chance Parker, who can't finish. Slick delivery from Deolis. Parker can't pay it off. The freshman Leandre Ray the other direction. Rebound off the miss. Controlled by Sebastian Harsh. Now Deolis puts it on the deck. Now kind of steps back into a rising fire long deuce. Deolis with 12. 40 seconds into the third quarter. Scottsbluff now leads by 20. Harsh, nearly an over and back violation. Ray, the freshman, picks up his dribble. Harsh applies the on-ball defensive pressure, and now that'll force a turnover. Out of bounds, turnover number 12. 7:05 to play. Holly Nelson walking into the gym, proud mama, after her son Garrett signed officially to head to Nebraska on Wednesday afternoon here at the high school. Huge gathering. They gave Garrett a quick, pulled him out to midcourt between games to recognize him. There's a dangerous dude out of the right corner for a three. Sebastian Harsh, his first points of the night. A couple weeks ago, Harsh moved up to the 7th overall football prospect in the state in the class of 2020, and he's the top-ranked linebacker in Nebraska. Turnover by South. McCracken wanted to give it up to Harsh instead of foul. It will be a foul on the floor. Harsh went from unranked in Mike Sauter's class of 2020 rankings to the overall number 7 prospect in the state. He makes the catch. They go right down low to McCracken. He went block to block on the feed to Clarkson, turned it over. 9 turnovers committed by the Cats. Cameron Bird. Caleb Phillips, and now Jaden Cummings. Back to Bird. He's been launching at will when he's been getting touches tonight. Cummings out of the corner, dribbles middle, shoots over Sam Clarkson. That's tough to do. And keep it on target, rebounded by Harsh. Nearly 2 minutes played in the quarter. Lefty finish on the finger roll at the rim for Deolis. He has 14. 5:50 and change to play in this third. Scottsbluff has full command right now, leading by 25 out of the right corner. Wright knocks one down. Scottsbluff, I'll say this, they look to be really wanting to share the basketball tonight. Open look, Harsh will fire another. Hits the front of the iron, hops over the backside into the hands of Hunter Scott, who clears the defensive rebound. Dribble handoff, and now Cameron Bird cut off at the foul line by Diolis. Right, now Phillips being defended by Jack Darnell. Caleb Phillips to Cameron Bird. Nearing 3 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Trying to slip a pass underneath. McCracken comes up with the steal. He's going to attack the rim. Can't get the layup to go. Following the miss. And the 2-point putback for Sebastian Harsh. He has 5 all here in the quarter. 4:50 to play in the third. Caleb Phillips crossover dribble into the lane. Leaves a pass along the baseline to Hunter Scott. He's got his second bucket. 22-point lead for the Bearcats. Diolis to Darnell. Darnell dribbles along the baseline, feeds McCracken in the far corner. Diolis, crossover dribble. Little fadeaway jumper wouldn't go. O-board for Big Sam. He'll flip it back out top to Diolis, who resets the offense. Now Harsh on the catch. Right wing 3-ball delivery, too strong. Phillips the rebound. He'll dribble by everybody, or at least thought about it. Waits for help. It's Cameron Bird on arrival. Bird picks up his dribble. And a cutter near the foul line. Ball's loose, being kicked around. Harsh and Darnell close out defensively. Still loose on the floor. No whistle. Diolis has it. Josiah with a right hand layup. Whistle and a foul coming, and Diolis will get 2 at the charity stripe. .347 to play in this third quarter. Diolis to the foul line. Again, entering this weekend at 94%. Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit offers regularly scheduled accessible bus service, serving communities between Alliance and Scottsbluff Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 21 Panhandle communities Tuesdays and Thursdays. Reservations are required. Visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP, 761-TRIP. 1-2 for Diolis. A little too strong, but he grabs his own miss, then dribbled it off his right foot. The ball goes out of bounds. Turnover number 10 committed by the Cats. .342 left in the third quarter. Right. Gives the ball to Giamo Milazzo onto the floor for the first time. I bet you that his family cooks up a good meal for the Christmas holiday. Giamo Milazzo for Cheyenne South. Whistle and a foul called against Scottsbluff. I see Milazzo's name. Right or wrong, it takes me to the Sopranos and Tony Soprano's kitchen for the holidays. At the stripe, right hits the first. Chance Parker replaces Sam Clarkson. It's going to be tricky getting Sam back into playing shape with the bum knee. 1-2 at the line for Wright, rebounded by Parker. Finds Diolis, he'll bring it across the timeline. Diolis, strong on the dribble, feeds Baez. He'll fire out of the right corner, too strong from three-point range. And the rebound to Phillips, approaching 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Phillips backs his dribble out, goes behind the back, picks up the dribble, closing out defensively Parker. He'll look to recover. Back into the post area. Ball loose, and now we're going to get a whistle and a push, and this is going to go against Parker, trying to chase down that loose ball. Second foul on Chance. Second team foul. McCracken replaces Diolis. Josiah will take a seat. He scored 15 tonight. Dawson Moore was leading the way at halftime with 13, and Dawson's back into the game. Backdoor cut, pass intercepted. Baez pushes, finds Moore. Moore to McCracken. Feeds Baez, now Quentin Scott. Up top, Dawson Moore. Boy, soft touch, almost got the bounce. The friendly roll off the front of the iron. Turns into a miss and a Cheyenne South defensive board. Phillips in transition, just a stop and pop tray off the left side. Scott to McCracken. Connor kept the ball in bounds along the baseline. Dawson Moore gets it to Baez, goes straight to the bucket. Contact, and Harold's going to get two. A few weeks ago, Harold signed to play baseball up at WNCC. Of course, his older brother, Roy Bell, the men's assistant basketball coach at the college under Corey Farringer. Cougar men right now, I believe, 12-4 at the break. Husker recruit Gervais Green recently scored 51 in a game, albeit in a loss, to break the Cougar school record. Drew Cookshausen having a fine first semester as well, averaging up over 17 points a game and shooting the lights out. Of course he is, from downtown. 52-29, Harold hits the first. 1 of 2 for Baez. Maury Alexander the rebound. Lobs an outlet pass intercepted by Quentin Scott. Off the mark, McCracken from outside. Rebounded by Cummings. Baez pressures the ball in the backcourt. Under 2 to play in the third quarter. Cameron Bird in the corner to right. Reach over foul that time. Reaching around from the backside is Chance Parker. That's Chance's third. 52-29, a 23-point cushion currently for the Cats. Harold Baez will take a seat as Jack Darnell comes back onto the hardwood. Husker men play tomorrow. We'll have that one for you on 94.1 The Brand. Pregame at 11. Tip-off at home against Cal State Fullerton at noon. Wright couldn't convert the acrobatic layup. Outlet pass and a big dunk. Oh, they're going to wave off the jam from McCracken and say he walked with a basketball. Well, he got up in a hurry and flushed that one home with two hands, but wipe it away. A walk before the dunk. Minute and a half to play. Connor gets another loose ball and a reach-in foul called against Cameron Bird. Connor was going to try and right the wrong from that travel and throw one down again. Bird didn't cooperate. Leandre Ray, their freshman guard, back in. The 5 on the deck right now for Coach Gullion in Scottsbluff. Moore, Darnell, Parker, and this will be an offensive foul, a push on Parker, trying to get loose underneath. Fourth foul on Chance Parker. Cummings, Maury Alexander, and he throws it out of bounds, frustrated with himself, but he's just a youngster out here, listed on the sophomore roster, just trying to play through some young mistakes. He's battling. I'll tip my cap to young Maury Alexander. McCracken near the corner. Fires a one-hand baseball pass from one side of the floor to the other. Connor gets it back. Too strong from behind the arc. Ball loose underneath. Battled for and picked up by Cummings. Bounce pass to clear to Leandre Ray. Ray hesitates. Good look underneath and a finish near the bucket that time. Scoring is Kobe Bartow. Scottsbluff on the offensive end. Down low, Parker gets a bucket. Final 25 seconds here in the quarter. Scottsbluff leading by 23. Cummings out high left side. Now Ray. McCracken defense. 54-31. Scottsbluff well on their way to their 5th win of the season. South almost turns it over. Bartow lost it on the way up. 3 seconds to play. Cummings will catch and release as the buzzer sounds. 3 quarters complete so far tonight here at Scottsbluff High School. All Bearcats in our boys action. Girls dominated earlier. We'll head to the 4th with Scottsbluff leading 54-31 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Set for the 4th quarter here tonight at Scottsbluff High. Final quarter of basketball action. Before we get to the I see Garrett Nelson dabbing over there on the far side. Look at Garrett just fitting in, one of the guys with his high school teammates. He'll be moving in less than 2 weeks to Lincoln, enrolled in classes. He'll start off-season workouts. Lob along the baseline. They went for the alley-oop dunk, and Deolis was on target. McCracken couldn't send it down. Back to Garrett. He'll be on campus in Lincoln less than 2 weeks from now. Off-season workouts get underway. Told me the other day he's already ready to just run through a brick wall, and of course he'll be all set for spring football. His full signing press conference video at kneb.com. Scottsbluff comes up with another steal. And a whistle and a travel called against McCracken. Through 3, Deolis has 15, Connor has 10, Dawson Moore with 13 points. Sebastian Harsh had 5 in the 3rd quarter. Chance Parker has 4. Baez with a free throw. Clarkson 2 field goals and 2 points for Quentin Scott. Hunter Scott on the drive feeds Caleb Phillips. His catch and shoot 3 too strong and out of bounds here along the baseline. It'll go to Scottsbluff. Phillips has 5. Cameron Bird had 16 in the first half, went scoreless in the 3rd quarter for Cheyenne South. Hunter Scott with 4, also with 4 is Wright, and Kobe Bartow with 2. 54-31. McCracken, now Deolis, just inside the arc near the left corner. Looked opposite, telegraphed the pass, and Bird can't score in transition. Wright checked that. Leandre Ray, the freshman, went for the tip, and that would not drop. Jack Darnell at the scorer's table, back into the game for Scott Goliath. Deolis checks out. 1:05 gone by in the 4th. Still scoreless here in the 4th quarter for both these teams. And a 5-second call. Right. Turnover number 15 unofficially on the night for Cheyenne South. Came in 1-5. Dribble handoff. Dawson Moore gets it to Baez. McCracken. Now Harsh. Darnell right side. Along the baseline. Connor wide open. That's going down. Connor has 12. Phillips can't get it to go. Put back. Also a no-go. Rebounded by Dawson Moore. Harsh looks up the floor quickly. Connor on the catch. Darnell won't get the assist because Connor couldn't bury the tray. Here comes Caleb Phillips, attacks the rim, had it taken away as soon as he got up in the air, and then McCracken flies over, dives for the loose ball, and they'll get him for the walk. Love the hustle play, though, from McCracken. Lead right now at 25 points, 6:03 to play in the game. Leandre Ray, the freshman, can't score around the rim. Outlet pass goes to Baez. He goes straight to the bucket. Layup a little short. Rebounded by Phillips. Scottsbluff will open with Gearing in the boys bracket at GNAC next Thursday. Cameron Bird has gone cold. And the Boo Crew, they'll let him know about it. .540. 4 bowl games on tap for tomorrow if you're looking for some college football to watch. Of course, Husker men at home against Cal State Fullerton, in which should be a pretty comfortable ball game. Dawson Moore, 13 in the first half. Doesn't score, but off his missed shot, his teammate Jack Darnell with a rebound, a bucket, and a foul. Chance for a three-point play for Jack Darnell. First 2 points tonight. Like the enthusiasm from Moore off the miss. Saw his teammates score it, went right to him with a pat on the back. Sebastian Harsh will take a seat. That last foul went against Alexander, his second. Right up the floor. Now we're going to get a whistle on the timeout taken by Jeff Bailey, the head coach for Cheyenne South. 5:17 to play in regulation. We'll take a timeout. Step away, come back. Cats up big, 58-31 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Chris Control back with you here on KDB.TV, 960 100.3 FM, and online streaming at KDB.com. All Cats in both games so far tonight. Lady Cats rolled, set a school record with 84 points. Aubrey Krentz, a school record, scored 38, and a school record with 9 made threes. Scottsbluff boys going to bounce back after their loss. Disappointing effort last night at Alliance. They've got Cheyenne South right where they want them down big. Baez with a hand in the passing lane. Gets a steal, goes to the bucket, and a transition layup for Harold Baez. Harold's first field goal, 3 points so far tonight for the 6'1 senior reserve wing. Maury Alexander with Sam Clarkson defending on the perimeter. Caleb Phillips, pass deflected, then intercepted by Dawson Moore. He tried to outlet to Baez, turned it over. Loosened the paint. Clarkson picks up the trash. Baez tried to flip it up. Things got a little rough right there. All's well that ends well as McCracken scores. He has 14. 62-31. leads balloon to 31 points. Leandre Ray, Caleb Phillips a three. The senior couldn't get it to go. Whistle underneath and the foul called against Scottsbluff. So this one goes on Jack Darnell. First foul of the night on Jack Darnell. And Cameron Bird, too strong on the first of two. Really, both games tonight, excellent crowds here at the high school. Things have kind of thinned out a little bit here with a blowout late in the game. Everybody trying to get their last basketball fix in for right around a week or so. GNAC next Thursday for Scottsbluff, and this year for the first time, Gehring. Elbow jumper, Chance Parker. Off the iron, couldn't get the mid-range J to go. Three minutes, 55 seconds to play. Lead right now at 30, 62-32. Dawson Moore, the sophomore, handles. Now Quentin Scott back to Dawson Moore. Moore gets the ball middle against the zone to Parker, to Sam Clarkson. Sam with the knee brace on the left knee. Back to Chance, right elbow jumper. Harold Baez up high, athletic offensive rebound. And the putback, Harold has 5, 2 field goals here in the fourth. Over halfway home here in the final quarter. On the catch, outside Bartoon. Now it's Cameron Bird. Been firing away all night long and scored 16 in the first half. Is yet to score in this second half. Quentin Scott, a rain-making three. Spun around the rim, popped out into the hands of Cheyenne South. Bird has it. Two defenders sprint at him. They kind of part, and he dribbles right through him and had his shot blocked. Clarkson on the defensive end with the block. Baez. Now Quentin Scott, left corner, has the basketball. Passes over top of the zone. Skip pass right back to Scott. Three. Rebound Parker. Mini hook with a right hand, and Chance Parker has 3 buckets tonight, 6 points in the game. Coming up on 2 minutes to play to close out action here tonight at Scottsbluff. Turnover by Cheyenne South. Young team. They've dealt with some adversity this week. A lot of young kids playing a lot of minutes here in a tough spot against the Cats. On the floor for Scottsbluff, Moore, Scott, Clarkson, Parker, and Baez. Parker underneath, Clarkson for 2 more. Sam has 6. Under 2 to play. Late stages here. And Maury Alexander, good for him. First points of the quarter for South. Now they get a steal and a run out the other way. And Kerry Wright. Baez. 75 seconds left in the game. Turning baseline with a jump hook. Clarkson with 2 more. Saw his big brother Austin at the game last night. Haven't spotted him in the gym here this evening. He might be here. Wright. Strong take, 2 more for Kerry Wright. Under 50 seconds to play. Dawson Moore. Still stuck on 13. It'll stay South basketball, 35.3 to play. Scottsbluff gets another steal. Unofficially now 18 turnovers. Could be more than that for Cheyenne South. Dawson Moore holds the basketball out high. Baez bombs away. Can't knock it down. The rebound to Cummings. Jeff Bailey, their head coach, continuing to coach hard here down the stretch despite the big deficit. They trail by 32. 6 seconds on the clock. Right from behind the arc, right side. That'll do it here tonight. Scottsbluff a home win by the final of 70-38 as they dominate an undermanned Cheyenne South team. We will get to the Runs of Postgame show coming up in just a moment. Final score here tonight, a big win for the Scottsbluff boys at home. 70-38 our final on the West Coast scoreboard.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Get your jingle on this Christmas season at TC and More. With our wide variety of games, homemade lotions and soaps, willow tree figurines, clothing, gift cards, and much, much more. Let us simplify your shopping experience as we have gifts for everyone on your list. Check us out on Facebook. We have free gift wrapping, great
Scottsbluff boys and girls teams here at home at the gym at Scottsbluff High School. Scottsbluff boys roll to a victory by the final of 70-38 as they down Cheyenne South by 32 points and kind of erase that nasty taste out of their mouth as Alliance beat them last night 60-50 up at Alliance High. Cats come back, get the win column tonight. Final of 70-38. I'll add up some of the post-game numbers. We'll get to our Arby's post-game update. We'll talk with head coach Scott Golian a little bit later here shortly, and also have a Taco John's player of the game. Post-game stats to follow in just a moment. We're back after another quick break right after this on KNEB.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Back on the Runs of Post-Game show. Time to check the post-game numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Scottsbluff a winner, 70-38. Unofficially, I had the Cats for 13 turnovers. 9 different players scored, so they spread the offensive love around a little bit. Leading the way with 15 was Josiah Diolas, that after a 16-point effort last night at Alliance. 14 tonight for Connor McCracken, right around his season average at 15 points. And Dawson Moore finished up with 13, all of those coming off the bench in the first half. So Dawson Moore, another fine showing off the bench tonight for the Cats. Elsewhere in the book, you had Sam Clarkson with 8, coming back looking much better each and every night out, so that's good to see for Scottsbluff. 6 points tonight for Chance Parker. 5 apiece in the win for Sebastian Harsh and Harold Baez. And 2 points for Quentin Scott, and 2 points as well for Jack Darnell. 70-38, the Cats a win here at home over Cheyenne South. 6 different Bison scored, led by Cameron Bird, all 16 of his in the opening half. 8 tonight for Kari Wright. 5 points for Caleb Phillips, a 4 spot for Hunter Scott, and you had 2 apiece from Kobe Bartow and Maury Alexander. Final score, Scottsbluff a winner, 70-38. Earlier in the girls contest, all Lady Cats 84-47. Those 84 points, a new school record for a single game performance. 38 for Aubrey Krentz tonight. That's a new school record for single game scoring. And Krentz doubled up with the records tonight. A school record 9 made 3-point field goals for Aubrey Krentz. We'll come back, hope to catch up with Scott Gullion right after this on KNEB.
The state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Catch up with a victorious Scottsbluff head coach, Scott Gullion. Coach, last night was rough. You weren't all that pleased, but 24 hours later, you got to be feeling a little bit better about the way things shook out tonight.
Yeah, I feel better. Obviously, we're still improving. Thought we played with a little more energy. Thought we played a little bit more together. Those were some things I was looking for. We were kind of quick to pull some guys out if we didn't like things that we saw, and just explain and get them back in the game. I know some of them didn't like it a whole bunch, but we got to get them to learn some different things.
Did you think they were trying to share the ball? It looked to me like guys, even at a few spots, might have been overpassing trying to share the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the game about playing for each other and making sure we're sharing the ball and maybe passing up a shot to get to another shot that might be a little bit better or a little better shooter. And I thought, for the most part, we did a pretty good job of it. When you harp on something, sometimes you, like you said, overpassing, maybe passing up a shot here or there, but that's all right too. We got to make sure that we're finding open guys and making sure we're playing together, and I think that'll get more energy for everybody.
This season has really had a disjointed feel to it here as we wrap up here in 2018. You had, I hate to go back to it, but the tough start with the delayed start with all the football guys, lack of practice time on game floors, back-to-back 3-day weekends of games. Now you start to get in a little rhythm. Guys appear to be in better basketball shape, and now you got to figure out how to deal with the next 5 days. What's the message to the guys about making good decisions and then trying to balance having a good holiday season with family and friends, but also remembering the big prize here, and that's being ready to play basketball in a week?
Yeah, I mean, we want them to enjoy their family and enjoy the holiday, but also, get in the gym, make sure you're moving around, make sure you're running, make sure you're getting shots up. That first day back can always be a rough one after the moratorium, so the more time they put in with in the gym, the better off we can be.
Dawson had 13 off the bench in the first half tonight. So he didn't score in the second half, but didn't need a whole lot. If you can continue to get some of this bench production like you've got here in the first portion of the season, that should help pay dividends down the road as well.
Yeah, I mean, Dawson's playing pretty well right now. He's one of our better offensive threats, and we need to make sure he's getting there on the defensive end as well. When he gets that, he's going to be a really heck of a player, a really all-around player. But I thought he passes the ball well, he shoots the ball well, he plays hard, he's trying to do what is asked of him, and he's coming along, and he's going to help us in this last stretch of the season. The last half of the season. He's going to be a big piece.
I'll tell you who else is going to have. Well, he is a big piece, literally, but he's going to have to be a big piece once you get him back, worked into game shape, and that knee 100%. Sam had 8 tonight. You're playing him in short bursts. What are you seeing from him these first 2 nights back?
I thought it was rough last night against Alliance. He was maybe not all into it. Coming off, he hadn't played.
Yeah.
He played one game in, 6 or 7 months or whatever. I thought he looked pretty good tonight. I mean, just that force in the middle to stand there and maybe alter some shots. And, he's a big body, so if they think they're going to go in, and he does a nice job of standing still with his hands high. So we're going to need him going forward. He can be a very big threat on offense, too.
Coach, I know you were frustrated last night. Congratulations on getting the team ready to go tonight, get back in the win column. Enjoy the holidays, and we'll catch up with you in Columbus. We'll all head east to take on Gering.
Yep.
I guess, that's a product of last night's result.
Yes.
You can't complain about it.
It is what it is. We can control our own fate in that regard, but sometimes we get them, or we're gonna draw them, and that's fine. We're just happy to get another game played and get better. So, and we're gonna have to compete. They're big and strong, and they're playing better right now. So we're gonna have to be ready to go.
Well, enjoy the holidays. Congrats on the win tonight. We'll talk to you next week, Coach.
All right, thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on KNEB.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Get your jingle on this Christmas season at TC and More. With our wide variety of games, homemade lotions and soaps, willow tree figurines, clothing, gift cards, and much, much more. Let us simplify your shopping experience as we have gifts for everyone on your list. Check us out on Facebook. We have free gift wrapping, great customer service, where we say Merry Christmas. Please shop local this Christmas season. TC and More at 1621 Broadway in downtown Scottsbluff.
Appreciate Coach Gullion stopping by for another post-game visit. Time to get to our Taco John's player of the game. Deolis and McCracken combined for 29 tonight, but tonight's honor goes to the sophomore off the bench who sparked the team in the second quarter with 11 of his 13 points, including a pair of three-point buckets. Dawson Moore, the 6'1 sophomore, tonight's Taco John's player of the game. Make Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. Always, hey, this is my first time back at Scottsbluff High's gym here this basketball season. Last Saturday I was up in Chandron to watch my son play a little bit and get to the Gering girls and boys varsity games. And Scottsbluff won their doubleheader here last Saturday against Casper Natrona County. Glad to be back in the Scottsbluff home gym here tonight as we head towards the holiday break. Big thanks for TJ Albright and his efforts tonight with the Jonas and the rest of the KNEB.TV camera crew back at the station, getting us on and off the air and everything else in between, is always doing a fine job with Beretta. So hope everybody has a safe and happy holiday season. We'll talk to you high school sports-wise next Thursday from Columbus with GNAC basketball for the Scottsbluff and Gering girls and boys. We'll have coverage for all four teams. enjoy the holidays, everybody. That'll do it from Scottsbluff High School tonight. A doubleheader sweep for the Cats and girls and boys action over Cheyenne South. Have a great rest of your Friday night. So long and good evening, everybody. Have a good holiday, Beretta. Thank you. We'll see you.
Got a best friend. Plays alive, it's a full heart, falling hard.
Friends and family come together to celebrate the season. While people have many holiday traditions, a long-standing favorite is driving around town looking at the dazzling displays of Christmas Eves. We have them installed at Rison. Have customers and community for allowing them to be part of your lives. Merry Christmas and best wishes for a wonderful new year from everyone at Renewal by Anderson.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and $100 latest iPhone. Those are in savings on the most. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Get your jingle on this Christmas season at TC and More. With our wide variety of games, homemade lotions and soaps, willow tree figurines, clothing, gift cards, and much, much more. Let us simplify your shopping experience as we have gifts for everyone on your list. Check us out on Facebook. We have free gift wrapping, great customer service, where we say Merry Christmas. Please shop local this Christmas season. TC and More at 1621 Broadway in downtown Scottsbluff.
Come see the Very Hungry Caterpillar live at the Midwest Theater on January 21st. The story is told on stage through the magic of black light and fanciful puppets as it follows the wonderful adventures of a very tiny and very hungry caterpillar, as well as others' favorite stories by author Eric Carle. The Very Hungry Caterpillar live at the Midwest Theater on January 21st. For tickets, call 632-4311 or visit midwesttheater.com.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.